one minor difficulty, but we are technically streaming. Welcome back to War Sword and Serpent. This is the Patreon only game, and last time they were fighting against the champions of the dragon armies and defeated them pretty handedly. In that process, they watched as the rift was ripped open, and from it came a big, massive hand, which plucked them out of the rift and lifted them out into a strange reality, where there was a massive old man pulling them out of the rift like so many toys out of a toy chest. They became their normal size once removed from the rift, and came to find themselves standing in a courtyard just out front of a massive, well, not massive, but decent-sized manor house made of stone. And the old man looked to them as they gained their normalcy and stated to them the following. Just to make sure I get the words exactly right. He said, "Hello, champions. I am Alfred, the Untimely, servant of the Elenshay War Queen. I have been instructed to retrieve you and give you your next mission. You are to enter the building," gesturing to the building for you, "and once you are inside, you are to find the wizard Zand Candlewall and kill him. Once you have done this, the war between sword and serpent will truly be over." You ask him for identification, some proof of the matter, and he shows you a token of the Elenshay Enclave, not too dissimilar from ones you probably have or have seen. It definitely checks out, but there's a certain strangeness to it, like it's very ancient, very old, even though they would have been cast no more than 100 or a couple of hundred years ago during the war. But it appears even more ancient than that. The other thing you notice is, after being plucked from the rift reality and entered into what is the material plane, for all intents and purposes, you feel this strange severing of your connection to the Feywild. Your champion's prowess seems to weaken. You can feel a detachment, and those of you that are of Fey or Elf lineage can feel it even more acutely. It feels like you've been rent from one plane and wrested into another. Even though this feels like the material, it no longer feels like it's close or as close to the Feywild.
Can I snatch that token out of his hand?
Sure.
Can you give me sight, John?
Sure.
When he presents that token, I want to snatch it out of his hand and look at it.
Okay.
Like, basically get a closer look at it.
Okay. You looking for anything specific?
So he doesn't like. I have it. It's in my hand.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've seen these before. There's nothing. So this is like a general thing. It's not like these things don't have like they're not individualized. They don't have anything like that. Any sort of identification or anything.
No. But for someone to have it would mean that they would have to have killed the War Queen or killed one of her most trusted lieutenants.
I say, who gave this to you? What is their name?
The War Queen of the Elenshay Enclave. Lady Eris Noddle.
And
She's the
we
one
know
that
that name,
commands?
right?
Yeah, that's the War Queen that you would know.
Right, so that was the War Queen in our time.
That, well, again, you don't know time has changed. That is something that is an out-of-character statement.
Right,
That
right.
was being for
I
me
just-
talking too much. But
No,
yes,
I want to make sure it's like, we're talking about the same person and not like a relative or a descendant.
correct. Well, you would say, do you mean Lady Eris Noddle, and her first name is so far removed? Hold on a second.
Right.
Let's see.
So I'm trying to like work out the clarifications because
Oh, 100%.
I've got about 50% of an answer that.
I understand. So what you would come to find is that when you say Lady Aristotle and you mention her first name, he says, "Oh no, she has not been the War Queen for some time. I mean, Lady Shaw Aristotle."
So could I assume that that's like her daughter, granddaughter, something like that?
Do you say that aloud, or do you just assume that that being the case?
No, that's me asking you. That's like an out of character
You've
question.
never heard the name before.
I'm gonna say, okay, yeah. So Minros is not dumb. So his next question is, what year is it?
At current, it is the year 987, the Common Era. You have been removed from your normal flow and ebb. You see remnants of you, that of which I speak to, were left in the rift, and were able to be removed for me and for your War Queen, well, my War Queen, so that we could utilize you and your capabilities for ending the war. You would note the main thing here is this guy is not an elf. He's got a massive beard. He is a human man. That is just a regular guy.
I mean, does he have like the trappings of like a druid
A wizard.
or a wizard maybe?
He is 100% all wizard.
He's a chronomancer.
Have you ever seen Cardiff? Yeah, he looks like
Right.
Cardiff, but not as dopey as a Danyan. Yeah, I called you out. What do you want?
Okay.
John.
I got you.
So
Minros
tell-
is still.
Hold on, chat, hold on. Andy, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, Chad. I just wanted to say thanks. So
It's all
Tully
good.
would say so the War Queen has commanded the killing of Zand Kendowal.
Zand Kendallwall is a individual in the service of Great Alteria, which is a name you would not know because the nation rose to power well after your time. Great Alteria is a human nation, which again also must seem a curiosity, as no such thing existed during your time. But many have risen and many have fallen since the war, or rather, your specific epoch in that war. Great Alteria worships a god of unbending law. They call him an even-handed judge. Unfortunately, they utilize these laws to punish those who are not absolutely deserving of the extreme judgments that are thrown upon them. Zand Candlewall knows things regarding the efforts of the War Queen, the Enclave, and the Witwiaden. Unfortunately, he has utilized this knowledge to steer a course of action. The nations here in the Dragon Isles, again, probably not a location you are familiar with. As I recall, he looks to Minros. Minros, Daggerhaver, the one capable of bleeding out any foe. Your name has been given to many a school of scouts. Corfax, the Brotherhood of Shadow continues in your absence. Your name has been gifted to many a grand assassin. I see it fitting that you were pulled from the rift here to aid in this endeavor.
Corfax nods and just says, I'm glad the tradition seems to have outlived me. A comfort.
Indeed. Voriv, the strength.
Minros is sorry. Minros is still slightly hesitant, but as he listens, he hands the token back to the man.
He takes it, welcomely continuing his thing. Vori, the strength of the mountain. So it would seem that your people, well, rather your lineage, more precisely, has developed into an enclave of its own that has traveled far and wide across the world of Urs, making their way into the wilds of Vitalis, which should ring a bell to you, and also as far out to sea in the most demanding of climates, a sea of solid flame. And Tully, your songs have been bound to tomes and reside in my libraries back at the capital of the Rended Isle, which again would be a name not familiar to you, but it is the current residence of the Alanshea Enclave, the Council of the Fairies, and the Witweedle Inn.
Thank you for that history, but you haven't answered the question, has the War Queen commanded the killing?
The War Queen has instructed me to bring an end to this war. She is currently engaged, and as he says that, he kind of gestures off to this coast, which is only about 300 or so feet behind him. And as he gestures off in that distance, well off on the horizon, you can see streaks of light kind of flaring out from the sea upwards. And you can see just a bunch of like maddening kind of lightning bolts, fireballs, explosions, well off in the distance, just on the border of what would be visible, but more visible now because it's dark out and it's night. The Working Queen continues her engagement with the ships of Alteria and the ships of Balanroth, a dwarven nation, something you might be familiar with. You are understanding that the dwarves are usually not keen on starting wars, engaging, at least that's the way they were. Now, pride has filled them up, and they have risen up from their mountainous holes to ally with those more brave, more steadfast, and more keen on sowing dissent to the order that's been placed here on the Isles.
Volreeve breaks in, a little snarl in his throat. I care not when or where we are. You tell me these people serve those who serve dragons. I'm here to cut them down.
I say exactly that. I assume that within this manor house there's probably a shrine to Saland, the god of dragons. And I know that Candlewall, even though he was a faithful and helpful and studious acolyte of mine, his way has swayed, and he has fallen in league with dire individuals, hell-bent on the return of a foe you defeated. Well, no, it would have been after your time. Let me explain. The War of Sword and Serpent, as we understand it, ended when Ashmedea, on the Isle of Great Alteria, fought against an Aeten knight. And everyone would recognize the word Aeten as human warrior. An Aeten knight named Iveriu.
Aeten are humans, right?
Right. Aeten is kind of like a high order of human fighters who serve elves. And they would have been present in the War of Sword and Serpent. Nobody here played a human, though, so no one is one. So...
Corfax, if you could see his face under his mask, he'd be raising an eyebrow, surprised that a human and not an elf was the one to strike the final blow.
Iveriu was aided, he says to Corfax, kind of, putting that to that, but he goes back to the story. Iveriu lanced Ashmedea's heart and rent it from her flesh. Unfortunately, the will of the dragon was greater than mortality, and she descended into the gates of Ashtar, plucked the demon prince of greed from his throne, and shoved him into the gaping hole in her chest, taking his seat and becoming the demon prince of greed. With this newfound power, she began her machinations, returned to the world, and was stopped by an order known only as the Grey Order. They seem to only enter into history in an advent that again is far too extraneous to explain to you, but is the reason why you cannot feel your connection to the Feywild. The gods have been removed from this world. They are not allowed to enter and deal with mortals. Most elves have made their way back to the Feywild, though some enclaves remain to protect specific individuals and sites. So is the case of the Elanche Enclave.
Tell me, wizard, when we complete this task, you said we are but fragments. Will we die?
No.
We are free to roam this time, or will you send us back?
I know not what will happen upon the completion of your task. I know that you are bound to it, even though you will not be bound to it by soul, by mentality, or by will. You will be bound to it by time. If you do not complete this mission, time from your actual history will be pulled away, because you will be spending here.
It seems we have no choice then. We must do this thing.
If you wish to remain.
If we complete this task and remain in this time, we will report to the War Queen.
If you complete this task, you will not remain in this time. Perhaps you did not understand, Minros. As I explained to Corfax, if you complete this task, you will be...
He waves a hand. He's not a wizard.
He's like, you're talking shit. Bunch of shenanigans. He kind of goes on for a bit. You just ignore him. Probably just imagining stabbing him in the throat the whole time. It's like one of those Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies moments. Just... But anyway.
Tully would say, a wizard of your power can surely do this task yourself. Why do you call on us?
So, as I'm certain you are aware, being a spell crafter yourself, it is possible for individuals to create fields through the use of craft magic. Such a field has been created. If I were to allow it to remain active, you would be useless, as would I, as I had no other alternative but to create allies and pluck them from the past to assist me in this matter. I chose you because it was an option I had available to me. At current, the reason why I stand where I stand is because, and as he kind of raises his hand, you see a magic circle appear underneath him. You see the magic circle grid out all around the house, and it's a very powerful craft magic that's been placed around the house. I control this field at current. If I move from this spot, I do not.
So Minros kind of like spins around, like looking at all the magic on the ground, and then he looks at this guy and he says, "So, will our enemy also be able to use this power?"
Not as long as I stand right here.
And don't move, and we will make this as
If you return,
quick as possible.
if you return to this location, I can assist you, but I tell you, it has been a long day. I have spent a lot of my capabilities, and he gestures back to the coast in other places.
He pointed at the building has like an obvious door, right, that he pointed at?
Yeah, it does. It would be, I don't know if it, yeah, it should show on the map. It's right there.
Is there any other like obvious ways in, like windows or anything like that?
So you see that there are two windows on the, this kind of colonnade that's kind of extending out from the side of the house there, or the front of the house. It goes up to the second floor, and you can see that there are two more windows, one directly above the one in the center, and one on the opposite kind of side of this hexagonal kind of shape. The windows are kind of stained glass, and you would note that they're kind of murky as well, kind of like leaded stained glass. The iconography that's shown here, it's artistic, but it's nowhere near elven craftsmanship. It definitely looks like it's depicting some sort of individual holding a strange cross.
Okay.
Does our quarry know we're coming? Is he aware of you and us?
I'm certain he has gone to ground because he was running from me.
So we can't see through these windows.
Kind
these
of.
windows look like they can be open.
You kind of can.
Okay. And do these windows look like they can be open from the outside, or if they open at all?
They wouldn't be openable, and they would be kind of segmented or segments of glass, not full like sheets of glass. So there's metal working inside of it that kind of forms like a fence, effectively. If you were to break the glass out, it would.
Are any of the windows broken?
No.
John?
No.
None of the windows are broken. Okay. So the windows, unless we can, I guess, do things, move through solids to see a line of sight, windows aren't really any.
Sure.
We can. So is this building like built into something, or can we?
You can go around the sides of
around
it.
it.
Yeah. If you look towards the back of it, you can see that there are 2 trees that are kind of built out the back of it, just maybe 10 feet away from the house's walls.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Corfax and I, we can go separate directions and sort of scout around the house, see if we can find any other ways in, or anything, useful or interesting.
Okay. If you go around to the back of the house, which you should be able to maneuver, you can see that there are 2 kind of tree positions on the back end of the house, and it does look like there are more windows on the higher floors. There are 2 windows on each wing of the manor house, and then there are a total of 4 windows on the back side of the house. It looks like there is a chimney stack on the back end of the house.
Interesting.
Tully has good flying.
I'm talking to shit. Sorry.
Yeah, if we want to go up through a window or anything, I can always control my shadow and kind of like phase through and then take a look around, maybe.
Minros is thinking chimney stack.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to kick down the front door.
The chimney does appear to be going, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a very appropriate solution.
About right, you walk up to the front door.
But yeah, it seems like the windows are pretty much like, you can't open them. You can only, unless you have some way to move through solid surfaces, you can't really utilize the windows. Obvious door, chimney stack.
Do you go check out the door, Valerie?
About how high was that chimney?
Sorry, hold on a second. Valerie, door, do you check it out?
Oh, I was more. This is a window in front of me, I thought.
That's a window, yeah. It's about...
I was kind of walking towards that a
Yeah,
little bit.
like I said, it's stained glass. It looks like it's kind of like latticed into place. Like each small shard of glass is kind of set
Right.
inside of a metal framework. So you'd have to break out the metal framework to get through it. And
But
that,
like, if I press my face up to it, can I like
Well-
see inside or no?
that one specifically is about 10 feet off of the ground. The one to the left of it is about 5 feet off of the ground. Then there's...
So then I'll go to the one to the left of it.
Okay.
I'm going to do a bardic inspiration on Marie.
Okay. So you can see into it, and it looks like you're looking at a landing.
Thank you.
And there's a stairwell that goes down 5 feet into what appears to be some sort of library based on the little amount that you can see into that room.
I think we just go through the front door.
Okay. The smokestack of the chimney, each floor is about 10 feet high, with about 5 feet in the middle. So we're looking at 25, 30, probably about 40 feet high for the top of the smokestack.
Is there smoke coming out of it?
There is.
Okay, fuck that. Let's go through the front door.
Alright.
Okay.
When you approach the front door,
I mean, so basically, Minros comes back around. When Bo Reef says he's gonna just kick down the front door, Minros sort of walks over and just immediately starts carefully inspecting it for traps.
okay.
And he the lock.
It's a solid oak door. It looks like it's a very heavy door. It does look like it has door handles, which are very, very intricate compared to what you're used to in a door handle. Like technology has advanced greatly in the door handle department over the last several 100,000, you don't know, years.
Right.
But yeah, you walk up to it. Do you check to see if the door works? There doesn't look like there are any traps or anything, but do you check to see if the door works, or do you just try and kick it open?
No, I checked to see if it's unlocked.
Oh yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay, then I motion to Bowreeve, and I say to Corfax quietly in Elvish, it's unlocked.
I grunt and just walk behind you. Disappointed not getting to kick a door.
Even though
I've got my hand on the door handle, and I'm ready to open it very quietly if everybody's ready to go on.
no, I don't.
Let's go.
You know what?
Even though I don't feel the wraith with me anymore, still want to try to be as borderline invisible as possible. So I'll peep the walls and the shadows
Okay.
as much as possible.
So, if the door is open,
Essentially, hopefully, if this
Yeah,
guy's
well-
got like essentially any eyes in the mansion, like any familiars or whatever, I want him hopefully to think there's only 3 of them.
fair. Well, that's really
Oh
funny.
no, Minros isn't going in.
It's really funny you say that. You open the door, Bowreeve kind of only standing there as everyone kind of splinters away from him. And sitting in the
Just how I
corner
like it.
of so you see a small 15-foot, deep, 10-foot wide room with a door on the left side. In the back corner, there seems to be kind of a small candelabra going, but it doesn't seem to be emitting any light. It seems like if you move your sight line away from it, it's not emitting light, even though it seems to be burning. When you look directly at it, it appears that there's light, but if you kind of, try and look for the glow of light, it's not emitting any. But in that corner there, you see what appears to be a dog made out of iron. It kind of perches up and looks at you, its eyes glow red, and its mouth drops open, and it starts to speak in a woman's voice. Oh, hello. Are you servants of the Renegade Wizard?
No.
Oh. Then why are you here?
I am here to meet you.
I'm not really in the mood to receive guests. Goodbye. She says. The dog's eyes kind of close and it kind of goes silent.
I just start walking towards the stairs.
The eyes glow again and she goes, "What have you done to my field?"
Could you repeat that?
What have you done to my field?
Me?
Yes, you. I can't throw you out. She says, "Oh, you are servants of the Renegade Wizard. I can see now. Fine. Come in if you wish. If you wish to die here on the coast of Great Alteria, I can think of no better a place for that.
I'll make you eat those words.
I do love
I'm gonna keep walking.
the door. You move to the door. Alright.
Minros is confused. He doesn't know what to do, so he kind of peeks out from behind the corner very carefully, and then he doesn't see anything going on, and then he just sort of confusedly steps out into the open and
So
follows behind.
you open the door and you can see the
Yeah.
bookshelf there, Bowreeve. Directly in front of you, you can see a red curtain just kind of lingering there. The ceiling goes up about 10 feet, and it looks like these bookshelves go up about 8. In the center of the ceiling above you, there's a 25 by 15 foot kind of hole that runs the length of the 3 bookshelves just directly above them. Looks like it goes up to a higher balcony, and up at that higher balcony you can see a railing. There does appear to be light kind of shining from there, and it seems to flicker like not candlelight, not torchlight, but more like a bonfire or a fireplace going.
I saw a staircase earlier, correct? In that window.
You sure did.
So that's what I'm walking towards, basically. I'm looking for that.
Okay. 1 second here.
And we should follow him inside, don't you think?
Stop moving for just 1 second. Alright. And... okay. You hear the mutterings of someone speaking in a language you're not familiar with. Vori, and Minros as well. It definitely sounds like it might be draconic, but it sounds like it's kind of twisted or different. You're not sure. And
Right.
it almost sounds like someone chanting or casting a spell.
Are these stairs going down? Right?
Up.
Oh, they're going up.
Mhm.
Okay, so it sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
Correct.
Okay.
Hold on a second. So how high above us is that balcony?
So the bookshelves are 8 feet, and then 10 feet, there's kind of like a 5-foot hole that goes up, and then there's the railing. So 15, 20 feet to jump over the railing from floor height, 10, 12 feet to jump off of the top of the bookshelves up there.
Yeah, that seems like a bit too much. So the stairs go upstairs. Minros is going to go ahead and stealth,
Okay.
and he's going to motion for, I guess, Beaureeve to go ahead,
All right.
and he's going to follow him up.
As the two of you move towards the
You
stairs.
want me to roll for it? Or
Yeah, you can. As the two of you move towards the stairs, you hear the sound of a chair kind of moving on wooden plank, like on wooden floorboard, kind of being dragged to the side, like someone's standing up or getting up out of a chair.
Just one chair? It
Just-
sounds like?
Just one chair, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and up the stairs.
Minros, you're the stealthy boy going first. I'll go ahead and move you to the other side of the map.
So I think at this point, Tully would want to follow into the
Okay.
and
Movie.
look at Corfax as well.
Move your tokens.
oh no, I was going to let Beaureeve go ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm essentially going to be tailing Tully. Like I said, my intention here is to stay out of the line of sight of that metal dog. My intention is for her to think that there's only 3 of them.
The dog's
That's
eyes are
best.
currently sealed. It doesn't seem to be looking.
Yeah, but like when Voey walked in, it like lit up. So I'm assuming it has like a line of sight, maybe.
Make an Arcana check. I'll give you a free one. You have a very similar ability. You're really,
I got a 5.
You're really dumb. Yeah, that's fine. You have no idea. Yeah, it's probably proximity triggered. It's certainly not. She took
Yeah,
an action-
probably. I
it's
know, right?
Certainly not an action for her to drop into the side of her familiar and see out of it.
Metal familiar. Never heard of it. There's no robots in my time.
Nothing familiar about it.
You say there's no
Familiar,
McRobots?
I barely know her.
There's no robots in
Do
the
I
past.
see-
Sorry, go ahead, Andy.
on the first floor, would I be able to see Bo Reeve and Minros on the second floor up the stairs?
No, it's not the case. It's literally, you can't see much of anything at this angle.
Okay.
As I'm like just at the base of the stairs, I'm basically like motioning for people to follow me. I'm like,
No, I
Dad,
wanted you to go first.
Well,
I was
I am going
I could
first.
sneak behind you.
you're stealthing up and kind of coming to a point where you realize there isn't any more forward momentum. You see a woman in plate armor, draconic coverings. There's a sword sitting on the table, loose from its sheath, which is also on the table. And she moves her hand with like a sudden motion, and then kind of. Then you see a large construct next to her kind of move into position, kind of near her, blocking off one of the 2 pathways near her. It appears to have kind of a plate armor look to it as well. Around its face area, you can see the helmet has kind of a copper look to the face guard, but it looks like its fist could easily punch down and break the forms of everyone here, but probably Beaureeve. And Beaureeve, you make your way up behind Minros, not being stealthy, right?
That's why I
No,
wanted him
I'm-
to go first.
Great, I'm brazen.
Feel free to walk out. She looks at you, she smiles, and reaches down and grabs her sword, and she says, "If we must do this, then let us be honorable about it." She raises the sword and places it before her face. And
I take my great axe, I hang it on my shoulder, and I'm like, maybe we can be friends.
She looks at you and she says, "Why are you dressed so funny?"
I'm a funny guy.
Her armor looks like nothing you've ever
Minra.
seen, by the way. You've seen lots of dragon plate. This looks like it has intricacies that are beyond your scope and ken. Like, there is
Right.
maneuverability in the fingers that is insane, unparamounted, like, just, plating. Like,
Um,
it's perfect.
as Voriv is trying to act sort of candid, I do kind of want to size her up and her friend over here. Would that be like an investigation or like a perception check, potentially?
You're a martial combatant. I'll give it to you for free. The golem structure looks like it's probably... What are you doing moving around, Andy?
I'm trying to catch up with the others.
Well, I'm not letting you yet.
Okay. Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Just... God. This is going pretty quickly.
Right.
You're moving towards the stairs with Minras. That's fine. The stairs are south. So I'll have you move up. It's a tight corner there. You're literally right behind Minras. But back to what I was saying. The lady. The golem looks like it's probably going to be formidable in physical combat and not much else. The lady has a spellbook on her hip, the sword in her hand now, which appears to be made out of mithril. Her dragon plate, like I said, is very well manufactured, and she seems to carry herself not too dissimilarly from blade singers that would fight in the Enclave.
So I'm just trying to, be nonchalant as best as Voriv can, which is not one of his best things. But basically, like, why can't we be friends? Like, just sort of trying to feel her out.
Tully, you step up behind Minras. Minras kind of, is in stealth mode. And then Corfax, you step up behind Tully. And obviously not going much further. But back to what I was saying on the front. She says, I do not know who you are, and you appear to be in service of my enemy. So if you wish to be friends, throw your weapon over the railing.
You know what? I throw it over the railing.
Cling, clang, click, click, clang, cling. She smiles, grabs the sheath off of the table, places it on her hip, and then sheaths the blade. Who are you?
I am called Vo. What do they call you?
Variel. I am apprentice to Master Candlewall.
I hear he's become a real bastard.
I suppose if you are on the wrong side of this effort, sure.
And why do you stand where you stand?
It's a pretty defensible position. Or do you mean in the conflict?
Yes, that.
Because the elves of the Renegade Isle have a dragon residing underneath their island. They're not willing to admit it to the world, to the other nations within the Dragon Isles. And the dragon gives them great power. We wish to go into the Renegade Isle, to their grand tree that they call a capital, uproot it, and slay the dragon.
I'm gonna start walking closer. I have no weapons, so she has no reason to...
She does not seem to pull her weapon out. She's just standing there kind of casually. You can see that the guardian, the automaton, is kind of scanning with its eyeless, kind of featureless face and looking towards you.
Okay. Are my friends, like... I would see Tully. I'm assuming, Tully, you're not being sneaky?
Yeah, you see Minras. Minras can't hide from you. Minras is hiding from her, though.
Oh, okay. So I know that my friends are, like, filling the area sort of coming up the stairs or whatever.
Correct.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you look back in that direction, Minras makes eye contact with you. Like, we both know we're here.
Okay, just making sure that I'm aware of this.
Yeah, you got backup. So far, Minras is kind of waiting to see how things play out before he kind of breaks cover and starts fucking stuff up.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna just sort of get as close to her as possible. And I'm gonna try to have... Go ahead.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Here's my sheet. Okay. Perception. Oh, sorry, I hit it twice.
So 21 is good enough. You would notice that there is the fire kind of going in the hearth. It does seem to be quite hot, but it seems to be kind of moving more erratically and wild than a regular fire would. Not sure what that means, but it's something you note. And then you would also note, hanging in the ceiling directly above kind of you two right now, and a bit over the railing, is a small yellow-red mote of fire just kind of sitting there in place.
Okay. You mentioned before how technology sort of seems to have advanced, at least in doorknobs. Does this golem look mechanical or magical, or would I be able to tell that?
Both. It looks both.
Well, heavily both. Okay.
Yeah.
Could I act, or?
Mm-hmm.
So Tully's gonna walk into the room behind Bo Reeve
Okay.
and say, "You say there's a dragon beneath the Rended Isle?"
Yes. Where the Ellen Shea Enclave currently rules. Who are you? And how do you not
Are you a
know
servant
this?
We are not from this time.
Volreeve is actually laughing heartily.
You said that, Tully?
Yeah.
So you are indeed servants of the Renegade Wizard.
We're enemies of Ashmedea.
That's fine. Ashmedea has been dead for many generations. She was slain at Parnak, which is a name that doesn't mean anything to you out of character.
You're an enemy of the dragon as well?
I'm an enemy of the dragon that resides under the Enclave, yes.
And what is that dragon's name?
The dragon's name has not been spoken aloud for thousands of years.
Speak it.
I cannot. For to speak it would break this manor's defenses from it. Although it does seem that you are warping those defenses as we speak. Again, furthering my decision that you are either servants or unwitting additions to this matter. All come
I take another.
from the
Go ahead.
all come from the Renegade Wizard. Go ahead.
I take another step closer and I say, "Give me reason as to why we should not be enemies."
Well, you've entered into my house, my study, and based on what your friend said, you have no idea why.
Perhaps we may be unwitting servants. Why don't you educate us?
No need. It is not for me to do. If you will blindly follow your master, then you would not take any information I grant you to turn on him.
Our questions to you show that we are not blindly following.
Of course,
If we blindly followed,
You
we
could-
would have come to violence already.
you could be saying that just to allow for this individual to get close enough to me to strangle me. You could be saying that to distract me from the two that resided in the stairwell at Current. You could be saying that because you have other plans and efforts.
I assure you that I'm not. I'm trying to be persuasive.
Tell the two in the stairwell to come out and throw their weapons over the railing, then.
Minros comes out into the open, but he is not getting rid of his weapons.
Corvax is like,
He just walks out. He doesn't say a word. He's just standing there with his hands down by his side.
Corvax
Like
says,
nothing
You
in
haven't
hand.
given
but-
us reason. You haven't given us reason to throw down our arms.
So I'm assuming any subtlety, like hiding our presence, failed.
Clearly not. Yeah.
So, real quick note, you walked past things that were able to see you. Out of character.
Okay, so like there was like a bunch of surveillance, whatever, on the main floor.
Yeah, go ahead and it's again the people who walked in through it, and you kind of saying, "Oh, I'm just going to move up on them stealthily," kind of led to you not moving through this place carefully. But you can go ahead and make an Arcana check in hindsight's sake. I'll tell you that you probably didn't get it, but what I think you got. But
I'd like to say to her, as you could see, I've thrown down my weapons, and I've agreed to your premise so far. Would you agree to send your golem away, and then maybe I can have my friends throw away their weapons?
Unfortunately, it can only leave through the fireplace. And she gestures back at the stairwell. It's how it came in, and I'm not really willing to use that exit as of yet, she says. Tully, make a insight check or a perception check, your choice. Maybe you'll get lucky.
20.
You see her when she says that, she starts thumbing a ring on her pinky finger.
Do I recognize this ring? This kind of ring?
You don't, but based on what she said regarding the fireplace being some sort of portal way that allows access for a shield guardian or golem thing to enter into this floor, you would presume that it's some sort of key to that gate.
Okay.
Oh, cool! It's the girl from the splash art.
Yep.
You speak heresies, dragon, under the Enclave, yet you will not educate us. Take us to your master. You clearly are not one privy to that kind of information. We have no time to treat with servants.
It's very strange that the Enclave would send one of the Brothers of Shadow, she reaches for her sword hilt, to come and speak to me and treat with me. Usually they're only used for, she draws the blade, murder.
Minros summons his genie.
Alright.
If I was here to murder you,
Hold on.
you'd already be dead.
Hold on. This is a very, 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 very point of order thing. She draws her sword, says murder. He says, I'm summoning a genie. Go ahead and place the genie in the rightful place that it could be placed in. Let me double check.
We don't have to fight yet, guys.
It's already too late. He said he's summoning a genie.
Oh no, not a... No, not a genie.
The genie appears in an unoccupied space. Yeah, anywhere in the room.
Oh no, he's got a sword.
The second,
That's
We've
so
all
funny.
got swords.
the second it appears, the mode of fire that only Vorib had noticed detonates. Everyone in the room, including the genie, needs to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna use my ring of evasion.
So, because I could see this, I have advantage on it due to danger sense.
Yes. Ring of evasion. Let's see. When you
Dexterity,
fail a dexterity saving throw, you haven't rolled it yet.
Correct.
Okay.
You said this was a saving throw.
Don't use it until you fail it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is a dexterity saving throw, so you will have advantage against the DC here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll take no damage because if I pass an evasion, I'm sorry, with evasion, if I pass a dexterity save, then I don't take
Because
damage.
monk, yeah, right.
Yes. I'm just gonna duck.
27.
24.
These are all really good numbers. 21's also good enough, and the genie does not succeed. What about Minros?
Actually, that 15 would be a 19.
Why?
For
I clicked
Minros,
the
you
wrong
mean?
thing.
You clicked on a dexterity ability check. It's trained in dexterity saving throws?
Yeah, it has a +6 dex save.
Okay. Weird. 19's still not good
Digging
enough.
this music.
Damn. I
And-
believe Minros has evasion on
You gotta make the save.
or uncanny both.
Uncanny dodge doesn't work for saving throws, only attack rolls. 12 will be a failure, so you'll take half damage.
No, he's got one for attacks and one for dex.
Right. Uncanny dodge is for attacks, and evasion is for dexterity saving throws specifically. But yeah, 12 will fail, but you'll still only take half because of evasion. So.
I gotcha. Let's see that damage.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay. If you succeeded your saving throw, which I think everybody did, or are treated as having succeeded, normal, so that'd be Chad, you're taking 25 points of fire damage, and if you're taking none, you're taking none. No one actually failed, right? Oh, the genie did. The genie takes 50 points of fire damage. Tully, make an Arcana check.
Okay. 20.
That was a delayed blast fireball, a 7th level spell.
Ooh.
It was held there in perpetuity. The second it detonates, it seems like she was readying an action to do this. You see her move the blade up, and she starts saying words in Elvish, raises the blade out like a blade singer, and you watch as her form changes. She becomes more graceful, and she seems to be kind of moving with a bit more of a warrior's grace. You'd identify this spell as Tensor's Transformation.
Lovely.
Alright, initiative.
I need to roll a concentration check.
Yes, you do.
DC is what, half of 25?
Or 10 if it's lower, or if it's higher.
We're looking at like 12, 13.
Yeah. So 25 would be 12, and so yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a separate initiative for my genie?
Initiative for the genie will go immediately after your initiative. So it'll be your initiative, then the genie's.
Okay. Nice.
Alright, Minros, you're up.
Alright. Minros is this big thing in the middle of the room's a table, right?
The thing that she's standing next to is a table. The thing in the middle of the room is a hole in the ground that leads to the next floor.
Oh, is there a railing around it?
Yes, as we've discussed a couple of times.
Okay. Alright, yep, sorry.
No worries, no
I
worries.
had an understanding of where things were. I guess Minros is just going to head over here by Tully.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action, get advantage on my attack, and then he's gonna double chakram the shield guardian.
Okay. Is the chakra magical?
Oh, the chakram is not.
Ping, ping. Both of them hit dead on, but they bounce off of it and return to your hand.
Like, no damage whatsoever?
Not a single dent.
Okay, well, that sucks. Anyways, well, that's it for my turn, and now it's the genie.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna have the genie summon a... He's gonna summon an air elemental right here.
Okay. If it's too big to fill the space, you need to place it somewhere else.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna put it right there. I think it can
That's fine.
float.
Yeah, it can be above them. The ceiling in here is only about 15 feet high, so not really much space there.
Okay, so it's, yeah, I'll just put it right here.
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to go above the shield guardian because the shield guardian is about 12 feet tall.
Right. I believe that's my genie's action. I don't think he has any bonus actions, so...
Yep, with the summoned creature, it'll take its initiative immediately after the thing that summoned it. So the genie
Okay.
to the air elemental.
Now we go to the air elemental, and I'm just gonna have the air elemental make 2 slam attacks on the shield guardian.
Miss. Hit. Do the weapons for the air elemental count as magical?
I mean, it's a magical creature.
It should have a trait that says it.
I mean, I don't. That's up to you. They're natural weapons from an elemental.
No. It should say it on the creature. It should have a trait that says their attack creature is magical. It does not have that trait. So yeah, nothing happens
Nope.
to
Okay.
the guardian. All right.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Indeed. Okay.
Oh, I just for everybody's forget it. Actually, it'll come up later.
Okay. No, I'm scared. Corfax.
Should be scared.
Gee, it's like battle's been joined.
Yeah, clearly.
That looks like a monster mash over there.
Corfax, make a perception check.
Let's. Sure.
Yeah, you hear
21.
You hear what sounds like metal dog feet on stone floor behind you. It doesn't sound close. It sounds like it's going to probably try and come up the stairs during the initiative round.
Okay. In that case, just need to do a bit of prep right now. So I'm going to get behind one of these bookcases. Going to
Don't get too far.
quaff. No, I'm gonna quaff a mind potion of invulnerability.
Okay.
In case there's more shenanigans, explosions, and whatnot. And then I'll use a bonus action to manifest echo.
Okay.
Let's put it right 15 feet up, put right here.
Yeah, see, I don't want to break my concentration just to cast a banishment at 7th level. It's just not worth the effort.
Alright, that's it for now.
So-
I needed that round to get ready.
So much monster ranging that it's real tempting. Tully, you're up.
Okay, so the rectangle in the middle of the room is
Hole.
goes downward to the next level. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go over here, and yeah, we're gonna do a little healing. I think I can get Corfac as well.
Nobody's been hit.
I thought we took fire damage.
Yeah, well, a little bit. Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
How much? Okay.
Yeah, 25.
Maybe
25 for Minros, 25 for you, and 25 for Corfax. Beaureeve just dubbed.
And 50 for my genie.
Oh, right. So yeah, are you mass healing word? Is that what you're playing?
mass cure wounds.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and throw it. If you want to do it on everyone but Beaureeve.
Right.
No worries.
22 back.
Not bad.
So everybody gets 22.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. And that's your action. Do you have a bonus action? You have a bardic inspiration die on someone right now. Actually, it's been long.
I do. I
on
have
me.
it on. I have.
It hasn't been
I
longer
have
than
it
10
on,
minutes.
Beaureeve.
It has not been longer
Correct.
than 10 minutes, so I'd say he'd probably have about 4 minutes left based on the timing and the conversation. So he's got time, because it lasts for 10 minutes. But yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, cool. Alright, so she will act. She disappears in a flash of cherry blossoms. She appears behind Minros. You don't look like a spellcaster, she says in perfect Elvish. And she'll go ahead and just wail on you. 28 to hit. And 19? Do those hit Minros?
Both of them do.
First attack will do 11 slashing, magical, and 15 force. So a total of 26. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Alright, 1 second. What is that? Uncanny dodge or evasion?
Oh, Uncanny Dodge would be a reaction to have it.
Right. So I'll do that against the first one.
Okay, so then,
26 would be 13.
and then the DC will just be 10 for the Constitution. Fail. The genie disappears, right?
Anybody got inspiration?
No.
Okay. The genie.
Okay, well that sucks.
The genie
So the
disappears.
genie disappears, air elemental disappears.
Right. She will then use her second attack, smiling and kind of looking at you as you kind of, oh, no! Looking at your ring, looking to the genie, looking to the airmail, just whoosh, and she spins her blade in towards Tully. And in perfect fawn, or Sylvan rather, she says, no more healing. It strikes.
Wait, I thought she attacked me twice.
She did. The second attack would then, yeah, that's fine. I did say that. I was going to move the second attack since the first one got the job done, but you're right. I did claim you. That's fine. You're taking 28 damage from the second attack.
Thank you, Minros.
You're welcome. So 28 plus 13, that's a total of 41.
13 was the first one. Half of 26. And then this is 28. 28 plus 13 is 41.
Jesus.
Alright.
Thank you.
That's her turn. She is completely done. The Guardian steps, smashing the chair as it does. Kind of looks like it's moving towards her. And as it is, she looks over it and says, "Kill him!" and points to Voriv. She says that in a common tongue. The Guardian seems to understand and strikes with both of its fists down upon Voriv above at once.
It's her armor, it's like a dragon motif, right?
Yeah, like a dragon helm,
Teeth.
dragon wings, very dragon-like. 12 misses.
Is it metal or scales?
It appears to me made out of adamantine.
Ooh, very cool. Thank you. Thank you. No,
So-
wow, not a flaw in that armor.
Both fists come down. The 12 misses as you kind of move away from the railing, and it smashes into the railing, causing it to break out from that position. The other fist, however, does clip into you and cause you to kind of spiral into the table. 26 hits, right?
26 hits, yes.
Yeah, I rolled the lowest I could on damage, so you're taking 10 bludgeoning damage from the fist.
Just 10?
Just
Okay.
10. Which you haven't raged yet, so all of that goes through.
Yeah.
Speaking of your turn and you raging, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I'm pretty pissed that the prey I was playing with got away, and now I've got this big toy in front of me, so I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna rage and shift into my animal form, and like go a little more bestial, a little more wolf, and I'm just gonna lay 2 attacks, and then I'm also gonna flurry of blows, but I want to attack from.
Okay, so you kind of snap into beast mode, roll underneath his legs, and kind of flip behind him, and then striking into his back. Like
Right.
fucking Sabretooth. I dig it.
You have Bardic Inspiration. You could add 10 to your. You could add a D10 if you need to any of your attack rolls.
The 7.
Can I add that to the first one, the 7?
No, because that's a critical fumble there. So no, that's a. miss
Okay, so I
regardless.
can't. Okay,
Yeah, the
fair enough.
The 21 hits for sure. Your attacks count as magical because monk shenanigans, and you're dealing
Exactly.
slashing damage, right?
What I can actually do bludgeoning. I could do bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing. Piercing because of my shifted form.
Biting.
So I'm gonna do yes. I'll do slashing.
Okay. Doesn't seem to
Um,
it doesn't seem to affect anything. So I just wanted to know for coolness sake. Yeah, it does take all that damage,
Okay, fair enough.
and it would be too higher because
and-
you said you were raging, right?
Yes, I'm raging.
Okay. You will not be able to flurry of blows because your bonus action was spent rage shifting.
That is right. Okay,
Yep.
fair enough.
But great start. You do watch as you kind of slash the first one. It kind of not as deep as you were expecting. You realize that the top layer of this leg is superficial. So the second attack, you kind of dig the claws in a bit further and tear out, and you can kind of feel wood and metal kind of clumped and tossed to the side. As that happens, it kind of and turns around, and its fist kind of raise up like it's going to punch you into the corner on its next initiative turn. Minros, you're up.
Dragon Tooth Dagger and Chakram going in with both attacks against her.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna bonus action offhand with my Dragon Tooth Dagger.
Okay. All right. So 20 would hit, but I'm going to use my reaction. Actually, a reaction is not required for this effect. I'm going to replace your 20 with a roll I rolled earlier, which is a 3. You swing. She goes, huh. Moves, and it kind of snaps past her.
Poor 10.
Offhand.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Offhand would be a chakram.
Do what?
Offhand would be a chakram. You don't have 2 dragon tooth daggers.
No, that's true, but I mean, can I just...
You're gonna keep the roll, but
Yeah, I'm attacking with.
Well, you can't. If you're holding two weapons and you say you attack with the primary and then attack with the offhand needs to be the other weapon. So if it has a different bonus, is it +9 to attack for the chakram?
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to use the Dragon Tooth Dagger because it's magical.
No, I understand, but you can't.
Yeah,
You can't go and then throw and switch the chakram because you missed with the first one. You said you attacked with one and then offhand, right?
Right.
Okay.
You don't have the extra attack feature.
Right. The offhand is
Right.
gonna be the chakram, and that's the one that's gonna be hitting. So what I'm saying is does it have a +9 modifier? No, it has a +8. So it would be a 21. So you did hit, and then go ahead and click on the chakram offhand damage. Okay. And you did not utilize
30
sneak
damage.
attack, so that will go through. She takes the hit from the chakram, seems to affect her. She does not seem to be immune to magical or non-magical weaponry. Alright, that's it for Minras, right?
Good to know. Minras is looking pretty bloody and fucked up, but he's fighting on.
Okay, Corvax.
All right. Do this. I'll move 15 over here.
Okay.
I'll use either half of my movement to move my shadow to kind of watch the door for when Doggo comes, just to at least get a distraction. And my action, I will let's dance, lady.
You are currently invisible, right?
Did she say her name was?
You said you were invisible.
Not literally.
Did you
This
kind
like
Oh, so you are visible. You're hidden though, right?
not literally invisible, but I'm stealthy in the sense of
I don't think I made you roll a stealth check, did I? This is important.
no, you haven't asked for one yet.
Go ahead and give me the stealth check because I need to know what it would have been. I need to know if she knows you're coming or not. That's important. Okay.
24?
She would not have seen it coming. So go ahead with your turn.
Okay, so I do that, and my action's gonna be 2 Dragon Slayers. Since she didn't know I was coming, would you say these have advantage?
Yeah.
Awesome.
First
So it's
one
a 29
misses.
and a 29.
Oh, advantage, right. Hit and hit. She is not a dragon, though. Okay.
So yeah, that's 25 total, and then we're kind of trading blows, and I kind of see the glint on her armor. I kind of look at her. Were you expecting an assassin?
She turns and laughs.
The adamantine.
She turns and laughs. I should have expected someone towards my left flank. As she kind of takes this awkward position amongst the three of you. Tully.
So Tully's gonna take the disengage action.
Okay.
And we want to. How about we go here and we're gonna fly down 10 feet.
Okay. So you can't see
And
up
I want to.
into it because it'll literally just be barricade blocking. So
5
5 feet down, you're fine. And also, you can't really.
Okay, 5.
You can't really go 10 feet down fully because the where you're currently standing, you'd be smashing into a bookshelf. So you can fly just
Fine.
outside the railing.
Do that. Fine, and I want to give Bardic Inspiration to Minros.
Okay. That it?
Let me just pop that. Yep.
All right. Okay.
So the inspiration on me has dropped, correct?
No, you still have it.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
can give it several times.
That's great.
10 minutes. Well, I'm not sure how long you have it left.
What can we do with this
John.
Bardic Inspiration?
Spend it for a D10.
You could look at the thing there. At any attack roll, a saving throw, ability check.
Mm-hmm. As she kind of gets stabbed by the assassin, she kind of looks around and, seeing the situation, she yells something over to the shield guardian. She says, "To me, defend!" And then as she kind of spins the blade about, you can see the force kind of whopping on the blade as she brings it about to strike at Minros again. 21 to hit.
21 hits. Gonna have it.
Ooh. I rolled max on the force damage. 38. Yeah, 38. You standing?
I'm gonna have that 38.
Okay. So 19 total. Alright, if you are still standing, with her second attack, she will focus in on you.
Damn it.
Crit. Ooh. Yeah, you're down. That's 51 damage.
Yeah, hold.
Alright. So she strikes. You kind of move to the side and hit against the rail. She brings the next attack in and strikes like kind of at the neck. You watch as Minras's coat's kind of cut and he's thrown to the ground with a very massive wound on the neck. As he hits the ground, Corfax, she turns her attention and seems to kind of...
So, wait, does she put me down here or does she send me over the railing?
Roll a d100. And do you want to go over the railing or do you want to stay on the side of it?
She's not going to kill me outright, so... I mean, honestly, I think going over the railing will actually put me out of harm's way.
Okay, so then yeah, roll a d100. If you roll a 51 or higher, you're going over. If you roll less than that, then you're good. Yeah, you... And when you hit the ground with kind of a thud, you'll take 1 death saving throw failure for the bludgeoning falling damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I do want to make sure every avenue is anticipated here. Tully, do you wish to try and reach out and grab Minras's falling form and try and swing him onto the bookshelves, or do you want to just let him fall all the way down to the floor?
I mean, I would try to catch if I could.
Yeah, you won't be able. You know, you won't be able to hold him in air because we get boost something.
Maybe like give him a little bit of stopping.
Well, it's more of like a swing and smash him onto the bookshelf. So yeah, go ahead and make it.
Like a controlled fall.
Okay.
Yeah, dex saving throw for you, Tully. Yeah, you fall.
24.
You kind of and he kind of. She kind of grabs the hem of your coat, kind of swings you down with kind of a pop. You don't take the bludgeoning death saving throw, so you're still got 3 saving throws for the death, the dying, and the cool. Anyways,
And now I'm on top of this bookshelf.
yes. Meanwhile, while all of that is happening, she, after kind of knocking Minrus away, kind of turns in and looks at you, Corfax, and she grins and she says, "There's nowhere you can hide from me now." And her eyes start glowing blue. Vaureeve.
Oh no! What's the color of seeing me?
Vaureeve, as you're kind of pushed into the corner and his fists are kind of up, you hear the command from the lady across the room, and then you watch as the fist kind of drop down, and he just starts walking away from you. You can take an opportunity attack if you want.
Oh, hell yeah, I do. Alright. Let's take a draw at that. Damn.
You weren't expecting him to walk away, and he just kind of canters away, and you're like, oh, okay.
All of my toys are walking away from me.
She, after calling him over, you can see that the shield guardian's kind of looming over top of her, and his fist kind of reaches out and juts in towards you like a Mega Man mini boss.
Oh no! It's Guts Man.
Miss. So you kind of, and it slams into the books behind you, kind of breaks the shelving. A couple of the books kind of come out with the fist and drop to the ground, but he misses. All right.
As a free action, I'm just gonna look at her and say in Elvish, "Honorless heretic."
You come into a lady's home and attempt to murder her, and you have the gall to speak upon her. Vaureeve.
Alright, I have 60 feet of movement, so it wouldn't be a problem for me to get over here.
Yeah.
I could probably jump this little 5-foot space, right?
If you want to make an athletics check to do so, because the railing. Otherwise, I'd be fine.
Right,
with
I
that.
have advantage because I'm raging.
Yep.
Okay.
I got the DC. It's
Athletics.
a meager 12. Just barely. Yeah, you kind of hit the railing with like 1 foot and the other foot kind of too low to get up onto it, but you've got enough leverage like, going over it that you're able to push yourself up onto it and kind of hit there. Movement-wise, you
Right.
have no movement left. It would have taken the half movement to kind of do that little hobble over. But yeah,
Okay.
you are in melee range of her now.
Okay, and just judging by the windows that I'm seeing over in this area, the robot wouldn't fit through one of those, right? The golem?
Nope.
Okay. Then I am just gonna wail on her. Attack, and bonus action, flurry of blows.
Okay.
You have that
So,
D10.
you will note that the shield guardian seems to be kind of looming over her in a defensive stature. So go ahead and make your attacks. You have disadvantage for all of them.
Okay.
Got a D10.
The 15 The 9,
Sorry.
the 17, and the 11 is what we're looking at. So the 15 misses. Do you want to use your inspiration on it?
Yes.
Okay, go
D10.
ahead and roll a d10.
Okay. A D10.
Okay, so a 19 still misses her. So the first attack misses.
Okay.
9 misses, 17 misses, and 11 misses. So all of your attacks come in towards her. The fists kind of turn, and the gauntlets kind of raise up, and they kind of block all of your claws as they swing inwards. All right, Voreed, you are.
I guess that's it for me. Yeah.
Voreed, you
Wow.
are done. Minros, you are up. Oh,
Death save?
sorry. Yeah, death save. You are not up. You are actually down. The opposite of up.
Bonus action to pour a thing down his throat.
It's not
Or a
your-
potion down.
It's not your
I'm
turn.
just asking a question.
It's an action to potion in this game, so yeah. It would be an action to force quaffing.
Thank you.
Minros, 1 success. Corfax, you are up. You do have an ally adjacent, but the Shield Guardian is imposing disadvantage on you, so no sneak attack present here.
Is it possible for me to share Vo's space as long as I move back to mine
Oh, sorry.
at the end?
Sorry, one more thing. Apologies. The Iron Defender would have rushed up the stairs, saw the shadow, and made an attack. It has the same armor class as you, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a miss. So it basically rushes up and jumps, and the shadow's like, nope. But yes, you can jump into Voreed Square and then hop back. Doing so will provoke an opportunity attack from the Shield Guardian.
Darn. But if its arms are they positioned in front of her in such a way that I wouldn't be able to like attack it itself effectively, or would I be able to maybe aim it for like joints or something that are exposed?
If you're attacking her, or do you mean you're attacking the Shield Guardian?
Yeah, because if the shield gun's like reached over her, I want to know if maybe I can attack it because it's like looming.
You're attacking it raw, so there's going to be no problems attacking it. You can sneak attack it all day long, whatever. You don't have advantage for attacking it. It's not benefited by its own defensive.
Yeah, because she's getting a benefit, but it's not getting a benefit. That's why I think it's a better target right now. Especially if Vo wants to take some shots at her, then I'll go for Mr. Robot.
100%.
Yeah, let's go for it. Darn, no, those are not good rolls at all.
And
13 and a 15.
Neither hit. Yep. You snap there, back up. It actually is not going to use its reaction to punch you. You would note that it hasn't been commanded to do so.
And then let me just check something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna use an Unleash Incarnation so that my shadow can make an attack against the dog.
Go with it.
$29 against the dog.
Oh yeah.
For 12?
Uh-huh. All goes through.
All right, and yeah, I guess that's it for me. That wasn't the best.
Okay. So Tully, you're like
at least you hit.
Floating about 3 feet above the library, the shelves, and about 5 feet below like where the railing kind of is. It's your initiative.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fly down to Minros. Remind me, I can't do bonus action healing word and then cast another spell, right?
You can't cast a level spell, correct?
Right. Okay. So instead, I'm just going to force a healing potion down Minros's throat,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
It's a regular healing potion.
Correct.
Do you want to also throw a healing word on top of it? Because you can do that. You can do both of those combos.
Oh, I can do that. Great. So I'll roll it all.
Give him the most possible healing in a turn. So it'll be 2d4 plus the healing word. 8 plus.
8 plus.
Thank you.
Am I doing that, John?
No worries. Yeah, I'm here to help.
Let's pop it at
Okay.
plus another 11.
So we're looking at 19
So
total.
19 total. Thank you.
Alright.
Yep. That's my turn.
Okay. She still seems to be maintaining concentration
Snaps
on.
awake and he goes, "Oh, my back."
Sally says it could have been worse. I could have let you fall to the floor. I could have let you. But the mage will strike in at Corfax, my new favorite. 28 to hit.
Yes, sir.
Total of 29 damage.
Okay.
And 19 to hit. For 26 damage.
All right. She might notice that though her blows are landing, she isn't quite getting through. Almost
Why?
my potion vulnerability.
No. All the stuff that you had back in the thing wore off. We covered that.
But no, you said last time that because it was a secret dimension, we didn't actually use.
When did you
the
quaff?
item.
Did you quaff the potion here?
First round,
Oh,
I
okay.
quaffed it. I spent my whole round to use it.
Okay, yeah, I believe you. That's fine. So that specifically says you have resistance to all damage or all.
All damage for 1 hour.
Okay, then yeah, half and half. Annoyed. Let's see. How can I
Look at me. I am the tank.
Let's see. How can I mess with that? Because she would recognize what's happening.
No.
She would obviously recognize what's happening here.
I have a quick question.
I don't have anything.
Are myself and Corfax not in flanking position?
There's no flanking in this. I don't do flanking.
There is no flanking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Then.
Honestly, I don't know how I feel about steady aim yet because it's way too easy for a rogue to get sneak attack. That's my main concern.
That's fair. I want the advantage for myself, but I do understand what you're saying.
Sure. Mechanically, it's just too good. But yeah, so on her bonus action, she will disappear, and she will appear next to the the fireplace. All right, Vori, you are up. Vori, you're up.
I'm sorry. My headset had disconnected for a second.
Oh, okay.
So I might not have heard what you said last.
She disappeared and appeared over by the fireplace, and then I said.
I see that now.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Well, that's fine. I want to play with the big toy now.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're just gonna attack regularly. Attack.
First one hits, second one misses.
Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna bonus action flurry of blows as well.
Okay.
Attack. Do either of those hit?
Hold on. It is a 17 AC, so no.
Fantastic.
So
Okay.
7 total. Or 9 total, because you're raging.
Right.
Alright. Minros, you are not dying.
I stand up. I use my action to drink a healing potion, and I use my bonus action to Misty Step.
You can go, with your
Hey.
sightline, you can go on any point adjacent to the railing, yeah. Because that's literally all you could see. Okay.
Does that work for you, Andy?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Minros.
So yeah, let me roll my 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, what's up?
Are you? I was just saying, are you done?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
healing potion, 2d4 plus 2.
Correct. Corfax, you're up.
When she cherry blossomed away, did it look like she was retreating or trying to get into a more like tactical position?
She's next to the bonfire, and you would have overheard the conversation where she said the fire is a gateway out of here.
How far away is that? Perfect. Yeah, I will use. I'm not confident using this because you said we're a little bit disconnected from our planes, but this is a racial. I'll use my blessing of Shadow Man to teleport 30 feet and appear right here.
So as you walk through the plane of shadow, it is completely different, and it feels like racked with like just. It's way worse. It's like it feels like there's way less Fae in the plane of shadow than there was during the War of Sword and Serpent. And you're like, ah, there's so many dead humans here. There's so much, and then
What happened here?
it's just a hot mess there. You'll have to transit.
I don't like it.
Check
I want
it
to go
out.
home.
Transit.
Or no, I don't want to go home. I
Because
don't know what I want.
Ah. Okay, so teleporting
I'll
there,
just attack this lady.
and you are
But
resistant
I was not...
even more now because of the teleportation, right? Doesn't the Shatter Kai teleport?
Yeah, I'm double resistant.
That's
That just
so
means I
small.
don't take damage, you know?
It's just the
That's
one.
what I heard.
Just the one. Just the one. Oh my
But
god.
yeah, I just for the teleporting effect. Yeah, I'll keep striking at her.
Great. Miss.
Wow, I am a 16. Probably does not hit.
She kind of catches the sword, draws it, slams it onto the table. You try and reach up and slide it up with a second attack, but since she's kind of got you in that place, she just pushes down with the weapon, kind of locking your blade against the table. Nothing systematic, like just more narrative fun. Tully?
Yeah.
Sully's gonna fly up beside Minroth, and
Oh,
you're going to cast.
sorry.
Yeah.
Can the shadow attack, or is that a...
My shadow, I used a feature in order to let it attack that one time.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Tully.
If
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Steve?
Oh, I was just gonna say, so I can either use that feature to let it attack after me, or because I have extra attack, I can attack once, and then it could attack once.
But you attacked her twice.
But I'm just, yeah, and I attacked her twice, so it's not doing anything except distracting a dog.
Okay. You're polymorphing...
I'm gonna cast Minroth and turning him into a stone golem.
Polymorph... Hold on.
I think that would have to. I don't even think True Polymorph can do that because that's a construct, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be-
Oh, it has
Any
to be a
beast.
beast.
A creature.
Beast, specifically, yeah. Try again.
Shit. Okay.
Turn her
Can
into a
Tyrannosaurus
pig.
Rex? Can a Tyrannosaurus? Can a
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
It won't fit.
It won't fit. Okay.
Yeah, it's 20 feet tall. It would... The ceiling's only about 15 feet high.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. I'm not gonna be able to turn her into anything. She's too powerful a caster.
Yeah, she'll just coordinate for the 5 she has remaining.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just change that and do something different? I have to rethink about this.
I'm more than fair, and since this is a Patreon game, you're effectively paying me for D&D, so yeah, do whatever you want, Bubby.
So how are you with spell slots?
I've got him.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Let's change that to this one.
So what's that? What'd you say you're doing?
I'm doing synaptic static.
Okay. Go ahead and see. 20-foot radius sphere centered on her, presumably, or centered away from her, just to get her only. Right? Intelligence saving throw. Okay. I don't know if that's the one you wanted to do on a wizard, but yeah, 22. So
Okay.
half. Give me 86. So that'd be 12.
24.
And saving throw once again against. That's lame. Alright, so you see that her blade stops kind of her blade stops emanating with force. Seems you have broken the concentration on tensors finally.
Alright, that was worth it.
Yeah, unfortunately she doesn't have advantage on attacks anymore. She can't make 2 attacks a turn anymore.
Yeah.
And she can't use her intelligence as her attack stat anymore.
Yeah.
This sword is garbage. I don't want it anymore. Okay.
Leave the fighting to the real people.
So that was Tully. No other movement or bonus, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll go to her. Alright, so Corfax, you seem to be a problem, and I need to deal with that problem with an action, because I will not be able to do the thing I want without doing it this way. So I need you to go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw. Actually, no saving throw. Bye!
What? What?
You disappear.
Where am I?
You appear to be in a very strange place that seems to have a 10-foot hedge wall in front of you and a single passageway that leads into what appears to be a labyrinthine maze. It looks like there's gray skies above you and normal stone beneath you. So at the end of on your turn, you can attempt to escape by making an action, or using your action to make an intelligence check. If you succeed, then you exit the maze right where you're standing. If you don't, you stay in the maze until she loses her concentration on the spell, or you make it out.
Is my body am I just
you're not
like
even there.
it doesn't exist anymore?
I banished you into the maze.
Okay, would you say my shadow disappears then as well if I'm not on the plane anymore?
I don't think there's anything that says the shadow doesn't exist on the plane, but I don't think you'll be able to control it from this distance. So it's just going to stand there. And
okay.
Let's see if the dog hits it. Just solve that problem real quick. 18 AC on it, right? Oh,
yep.
That one flew out in the open. I think I got him.
Yeah, you got him.
So snuff the shadow.
Ate him.
That conversation's gone. The weird iron dog rushes up behind you, Tolly. He kind of moves into the bookshelves for defense. All right, Vori. Currently, the space that Corfax was standing in is free because he's not there. So if you'd like to move there, you can, or continue fighting my construct, which, as you note, appears to be repairing the damage every single turn it starts its initiative. And it did just start its turn, and it seems to be on the defensive. It's raised its arms up in a defensive pattern.
Okay, can I step of the wind in her direction as to not impose an attack of opportunity?
Step of the wind would be a dash or disengage, right?
Yes, with one key point.
Okay. So yeah, you could disengage from the construct and again just jump back over the way, or you can run across the railing. Either way.
Could I? I mean, yeah. Could I? Yeah, running across the railing sounds like some monk shit. I feel like Wolf Monk could hop on that shit pretty easily.
For sure. And then hop down and rush over to her. Are you standing in the space that Corfax was in, or are you standing somewhere else?
I want to block her from the entrance, so I guess I'm gonna stand right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Reeve's not smart enough to think of what might happen if, Corfax pops right back there. So
You'll be
I'm there. So I guess I could just attack.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Oh, I didn't say it, but it doesn't really matter. I wanted to do it recklessly. They were both pretty shit, though.
Yeah. So you rush in towards her as she kind of seems to be kind of focusing on this spell. She opens her eyes and sees you coming and kind of moves. Your clawed fingers kind of rail across the adamantine pauldron, and then she kind of moves her head down and kind of catches the next hand and moves it aside, and she kind of takes her position defensively. Yeah, she seems to be pretty nimble and very defensive. Minros.
Yeah, I hate it.
I don't like her. Minros.
I'm going to step forward and move forward 5 feet, bonus action, Hunter's Mark on her, attack action. Now, when I was knocked unconscious, I dropped my weapon.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay, so my attack action, I put my dragon dagger away, I draw another chakra in my prison.
Yeah. Dagger shenanigans. I'm on board. Chakram attack, please.
Oh, come on. Anybody have inspiration?
She's immune to crits. Don't waste it. She's in adamantine armor. I said that very early.
Okay, fair enough.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So, yeah. And then you're getting extra D6.
Alright, so that'll be 15 plus 7, 22. Indeed. All right, and that's your turn. Unless you have any other movement.
Plus an extra 3 force damage.
Okay. 3 from the 100 mark.
And the yeah.
Is it force damage? Now?
And yep, I believe so.
Okay. No worries. But yeah, sure. And then you were saying?
Does she have to maintain concentration?
She does. I'm gonna be rolling that. I was just wondering, is your turn done?
Okay. No, yeah, that's it for me. I mean, I've got more movement, but I really got nowhere to move. I guess I could move back by Tully, so I'm further away.
So 22 DC would be 11. She got a 16 on her contract. Okay, Corfax, you can enter action. Make an intelligence check.
Not a saving throw. It's just a straight up action.
Intelligence check. Yeah.
Something's not quite right. I got an 18.
Nope. You don't get up. DC's 20.
What?
Do you have inspiration?
Literally not gonna get better than that, guys. I have no modifier on my intelligence. I have to crit to get out of here.
Anywho, Corfax done. Tully, you are up.
I'm going to bonus act. I'm going to take my action to disengage from this creature. How high are the ceilings?
15 feet.
Okay, so let's.
The only way I'm getting out of here, boys, is if she loses concentration.
Let's fly up 15 feet.
Okay.
And I'll go over here. And as my action,
You-
as my bonus action.
Yeah, I was gonna say your action was a disengage. Go ahead.
As my bonus action, I'll do another healing word on Minroth.
Okay. All
There
right.
you go.
Thank you.
It'll go to her.
Come at me.
Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead, Mosin.
She's got a big wolf man in her face.
She does indeed.
No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't move back to where Tully was. I forgot. I was going to stay in place to catch my shocker.
Okay. She stops for a second, kind of focusing in, starts saying words in a language you're not familiar with, and then kind of points to the ground behind you. You then feel this force kind of drawing you backwards, and you see the chairs kind of move in that direction, and all the stuff on the table start flying that way too. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Okay. Failure with an 18.
Holy shit.
So you are drawn towards the center of the sphere, and the shield guardian was already present there and is immune to the damage type. You'll be taking 19 force damage.
Okay.
And yeah, it draws you towards the center there. And it feels like gravity kind of shifted in that position and dragged everything to it. So like all the stuff on the tables, some of the pieces of wood in the fireplace, everything just kind of went toward that center point and kind of as you kind of move away from her, she kind of grins and raises the ring up. It seems that she can't do what she wants to do yet, but she then steps out in front of the fireplace. It's your initiative, sir.
Okay, so if I wanted to pounce on her, would that be like...
Sorry, the shield
Go
guardian.
ahead.
The shield guardian. Apologies.
Oh.
It would be his initiative afterwards. She says to him, "Hold him." He's going to try and grab you. Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check. If you're raging, you have advantage on the athletics check. So
okay, so I'm
obviously
going
that's the
to do
one.
that. Yeah, athletics.
All right.
Here we go.
I got a 19 on mine. So as you kind of center at that point, the shield guardian reaches down and just locks onto you, holding your waist in that position. So now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. It would be an action to break out of that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and it'll be a contested check. Or you can just hit him if you want to, or if you have some magical means of teleporting, that also works.
I have a means of flying. I don't have... Ooh, actually, you know what? I think I have a pretty good idea. I have the decanter of endless water.
Gain inspiration just for saying those words out of your mouth. But then, yeah, you're gonna open the decanter, and are you spraying it at what? The fireplace, her, the guardian, what?
Well, I mean, I figure I'm held, so it's kind of gonna just. I think I can like make it sort of like pour out in a 15-foot cube, maybe, or a 20-foot cube, and just like I need to look at the item itself.
Yeah, I'm looking
and push
at
things away.
The description. I think it's a jet. So geyser, it'll be 30-foot long, 1-foot wide stream. And doing so is a bonus action, so you can pop that bad boy open and shoot the water out that way. I'm a nice enough DM. I say you can kind of just you got it on your belt, right? You can just like
of course I do.
Do like
I drink from that thing.
a quick draw on that decanter. All right.
Yeah, I'm literally just popping it with my thumb, and I'm gonna fucking shoot it at her. I want to try to aim it so that she starts at her.
Okay.
Like I can angle it a little bit towards the window,
so
she goes back towards the window.
It is a DC 13, and on a success, or on a failure rather, she will be pushed by the geyser 15 feet away from you.
Right.
Because of the angling, it's going to be kind of sliding against the wall, so she'll be kind of pushed into that window alcove if she fails. DC 13,
Okay.
Here we go.
Can I use inspiration on this hers to make it less than 10?
No, the inspiration's only when the players are rolling. But here's what happens. You all watch as he's kind of grabbed from behind, and he's like looking at her, and he's like, ah! Oh, and it hits her, and she kind of slams into the corner and kind of pushes into the corner against the window. And it's like,
oh my god, yes.
Pushed away from the fire. That said,
that's
your bonus action.
No chance she goes through the window, right?
No. Yeah, it's
all right.
leaded glass.
Fair enough.
Plus
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Then I guess.
You still have your action, so.
I think the
That's
best
amazing.
thing I could do is just try to break the hold.
Okay. And I just want to make sure I need to check something for rage. Hold on. Because you still have 5 more turns on rage. We've done 5 turns so far. I just want to make sure you don't accidentally lose rage by making choices. Hold on.
Okay.
There are limiters. You have to do things. Your rage lasts 1 minute. It ends early if you are knocked unconscious, you haven't been, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. And I have grabbed you. I did not do any damage to you, so you would need to do a melee attack against it. Escape is not a attack.
Okay, fair enough. Then I'm gonna try like uppercut this this golem.
Smash.
Smash.
Hadouken with the decanter. Sure, you can with the claws. Let's do it. Hit.
Hey.
And second attack.
I get 2 attacks. Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
So excited about the nice,
ooh.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
my best rolls all night.
And that's all magical, so that all goes through. All right, cool. Solid
What
turn.
a turn.
Solid turn. That's gonna go down in the history books. Minros, you are up.
Do I think I could knock her out the window?
The window, again, to explain it again, it's probably shards of glass that are probably only at biggest, this big, and everything else is just latticed iron. So basically what they did was they formed the pattern, they made ironwork, and then they filled the glass in the color-wise.
Got you. Okay, well, then that's gonna... Okay, so... Minros, with his turn, he's gonna put himself between her and the fireplace.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, he's gonna put himself between her and the fireplace. Dragon Dagger and Chakram. Bonus action, steady aim, so I get advantage on the attack. And I'm gonna hit her with everything I got.
Okay. Steady aim, you have to not have moved.
I'm rolling with advantage, so I'm gonna re-roll
No,
the
you're
10
not.
with the Elven Anchors.
You're not rolling with advantage. Steady aim requires you not to have moved. Steady aim doesn't just say you gain advantage. It says if you stand still, you get advantage. So you move forward, you attack,
well, then
you miss.
It's going to be first attack
Second attack.
Dragon Tooth Dagger, I guess bonus action offhand with the chakra.
Miss.
You have the D10 if you want to use
You
it.
have the D10 if you want to roll it.
Oh shit, yeah. I'll use the D10 on the second one.
Don't roll one. Hits.
So yeah, 22, and so I don't get sneak attack on this, but I do get the extra 1d6 force damage.
Yes. Okay, she looks really wounded. Very, very, very wounded. Corfax.
Right, she takes.
And soaking wet.
Oh yeah, also damp, a bit damp.
Gotta find the goblet of fire in this labyrinth.
Corfax. Intelligence check, go.
I need to crit. It's not gonna happen. Is she making con saves for
Yeah.
these hits?
I have been rolling. The water didn't do it, but I needed a 10 for the 10 damage you just dealt, so I passed flying colors, but yeah. Nope.
Let me out. Let me out mean.
Reverse it. Not let me in, let me out.
Yeah.
Tully.
Tully flies up 10 feet, close to
Oh.
the ceiling.
Never mind. I forgot the dog last turn. Go ahead. It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I guess 16's gonna miss, right?
Yeah, so whip.
On her.
Yeah. Alright. You
And,
get 2 shots with Eldritch Blast.
Healing word on. Oh, I do?
Yeah. Cantrips levels dependency isn't on class level, it's on total level. Should actually be 3 shots.
Okay, well, that one.
That way.
How about that one?
Alright. She's immune to crit, so just 3.
Okay.
Doesn't blade singing require concentration?
She's not blade singing.
And then,
Oh, I
as,
got
as
you.
a bonus
Interesting.
action, I'll throw another healing word on Minros.
She's just taking
That's
poses.
a nice Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Okay. You said inspiration on Minros?
No, healing word.
Oh, okay. It'll go to her initiative.
Thank you.
Yep.
This is rough. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 6th level sinkhole. 1, 2, 3, 20-foot radius, right? Oh, I said 5th level. 5th level sinkhole. And let's see. I need Minros. Let's see. Tully and Bori to go ahead and make a.
I'm flying.
Yeah, you're 15 feet up. You're not 20 feet away from it. All the people I said.
Counterspell.
Fireball.
Go ahead and roll D10 and
I'm
add.
gonna do it at 6th level.
Okay. Then yeah, it works.
You
have.
said 5th level, so I'm gonna do 6th level.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. You counter her
Yeah,
spell.
yeah.
She looks annoyed. And yeah, amount of actions. Done. It'll go to Bori.
Okay. When I'm held, my movement is reduced to 0, correct?
Yeah, they're.
Um,
Oh, sorry. Before you get to your turn, Shield Guardian. She says to me, and he is going to step over the railing into this space here. He then holds you
Okay.
out with one hand and intercedes
Uh-huh.
his fist with the left hand to her, so
Okay.
she's protecting.
He's not like dropping me.
No, he's keeping you. He's moving with you, so you're moving there.
But over the railing or no?
No.
Oh.
That is
okay.
diabolical, and I will remember to do that next time she issues a command. But for now, no.
That's what I thought you were gonna do, and if you did, I had a plan anyway.
You,
but whatever.
you sir have sinister plans, and I love it. And I will ask
Do
you
it.
for great advice in the future for destroying your character. Thank you for the help. I appreciate
You
it.
can drop me off a railing anytime.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, you're still held by him. You
Gotcha.
So your speed is reduced to 0. That's correct.
Okay. Well. Ugh, messes up all the things I wanted to do. Alright. I'm just gonna smash at him.
Okay. And bonus action, more smashing.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, 3 attacks,
Okay.
4 feet flurry.
So 1, 2. I didn't say it, but
Yes.
doesn't matter.
It's fine. I assume you still are. It's okay. Still miss.
Okay.
The second attack misses, actually, so he'll take 4.
Okay.
Or
Well,
6.
I'm going to flurry of blows anyway.
Okay. 2 more.
Still reckless,
Mhm,
right?
mhm, mhm.
Okay. Boom, boom.
Hit.
And
Damage.
with that, I want to use my open hand technique to see if I can make him do a dex saving throw and be knocked prone.
Okay. Let's see.
And then it can't take reactions until the end of my next turn.
Why can't it take reactions?
That's what the technique
really?
says.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so do me a favor, roll D100.
How many times are you limited to using that ability?
The open hand technique is not limited. It is limited to my flurry of blows itself.
Anytime he flurries.
I gotcha. So, but you can do it on both attacks.
As long as my flurry of blows hit.
Roll a D100.
D100, you got it.
Alright. So you kind of catch him, you kind of slam him in the chest, and then slam into the chest. And instead of, just falling in space like buckling legs, you push him backwards, and he falls into the railing, breaking the floor underneath him as well, and then slamming down through the bookshelves. Keep in mind, you're still in his hand the whole time.
Oh.
So
Okay.
go ahead and make
Whatever.
a dexterity saving throw for avoiding damage while in a grapple.
Which I can
fucking
see,
Incredible.
Yeah,
right?
You can definitely
so
see
I
that.
have advantage.
You can definitely see the hazard coming as you're falling through the floor. Yes.
Dex saving throw.
And I'm going to put a drawing down here.
It's amazing.
That is all gone, that floor. So 18 is enough. You manage to, as he kind of buckles through the bookshelf, you manage to get, caught on the bookshelf and kind of flip in his hand so that you're still prone. But you manage to not take a bunch of damage from the fall.
Well, that's good.
All right. That was Bo Reeve. Minros, you're up.
Holy shit. Alright, so now I'm going to bonus action steady aim and just,
Stab her.
yeah. Come on, character sheet.
26 hits. Damage.
Sorry.
All right. So she kind of.
So, yeah.
she
So
kind of-
26 plus 12 plus another d6.
Yeah. Don't worry about the d6. It's fine. She raises her hand and she points to one direction. The gravity doesn't pull everybody away because Tully quickly whispers a word in Elvish, stopping it from casting. The shield guardian slammed in the chest by Bo-Reeve, slamming down into the floor, smashing through the bookshelf beneath. Lore just discarded and scattered. History unseen by your ancient eyes. And then Minros kind of focuses in, her attention shifts to him. They lock eyes, and he stabs her right underneath the plate into the arm. You can feel the dragon tooth dagger sink into her breast and through her rib cage. She looks at you, and as she does, you hear a tsh as Corfax appears behind you, and she kind of and just stands there with the dagger in her, not moving. The funniest part about this is the music on the lead up is called On a Knife's Edge.
Damn.
Minros keeps the knives in her until he sees the life just go out of her eyes.
Yeah, a couple of seconds pass and she just hangs there. Her weight becomes slack. You literally have to hold her or just let her drop off the blade.
No, yeah, he pulls the daggers out and lets her just drop to the floor.
Yep.
And he picks up her sword.
Okay.
I want that ring.
All right. So the shield guardian does not move, lays there inert.
Oh, he's not even fighting anymore?
Yeah, he's he's no longer bound. If you want to punch the shit out of it, you can.
I'm just ready.
You hear downstairs.
Rip his arm off and beat him to death with it.
You hear downstairs just smashing and clawing, just tearing, rip and tear, rip and tear. Tully down beneath you in the bookshelf area where the dog was.
Eventually, I'm gonna beat him with his own arm once I can break it off.
The dog just falls over. It seems to be inert as well. And the candle lights that were glowing but not emitting any fire all snuff out as well. If you want to make an Arcana check on the lights, you can.
I'm not trained in Arcana. Minros looks at Corfax. He looks him over real quick and he says, "You okay?"
Yeah. Wizards.
I hate wizards. Especially those that consort with dragons.
Did the water jet put out the fire, or did it? So it's like okay. So
Fire's still going. And
It's an elemental,
cool
probably,
fire.
I
right?
forgot
It seems to
that
be a very...
She's also spraying water everywhere.
He closed it. But he's not just been shooting water the whole time. Although that is hilarious. The fire's still going. It does not appear to be sentient. It does seem to be moving unlike a natural fire. Yeah.
What was that spell that she was gonna throw?
Gravity sinkhole. It just zaps everybody over the open space outside of the railing, because the railing was broken away before, if you recall. And so everyone would have just fell downstairs. Except the flyer.
Minros is going to drink his last health potion, and then he's going to sort of look her over and see if she has anything else interesting.
She has a ring, suit of armor, sword, a spellbook. Corfax appearing, you would see that there's a massive, missing part of the floor at the balcony area. You do hear the ripping and tearing. If you look over the hole, you can see that Gorreeve is just for the next
business as usual.
Next 20 or so seconds.
Is her sword really cool, or was it just because of tensors that made it really cool?
It's a magical longsword. It appears to be made out of mithril.
Cool. Pretty cool.
It's a one-handed
or
sword,
have
right?
too many swords.
It is.
It's a one.
For all intents and purposes, just if you want to simplify the process, does Tully have Identify or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. You look in her spellbook. She has a spell Identify. You rip it out. You cast it as a scroll. The sword is a +2 magic longsword.
Yeah, Minros just sets everything on the table. Sword, armor, ring, spellbook.
The armor is a suit of full plate adamantine +2. And the ring is not... again, Identify would only be able to identify one object, but the ring is not a traditional magic item.
Yeah, we needed to get through the fire, but the fog... I don't know
if you
how
look-
we're all going to get through with one ring.
If you look at the ring, it says on the ring, the Grand Lady, and that's all it is. It's a kind of white gold band that along the outside of it says, in common, the Grand Lady.
You know who that's in reference to? Is that from our time, or is that just out over our heads, so like a modern day saying?
Do you kind of say it to him or show him it?
Sure, I would do both.
Okay. The second you say it, the fire erupts in kind of a bluish coloration, and a portal appears in the fireplace. It big enough to serve as a door. For you. Oh, she also would have had an amulet around her neck. Apologies. And Tully, with an Arcana check or Arcana trained, you would know that that's the Guardian's control element. It would be used to control the Guardian. The problem is it seems to be that this is a very unique style of Shield Guardian, not one you're familiar with, and it appears this is a binding object. So it would require 24 hours of time for you to bind to the Guardian.
Still good to have.
Well, yeah, except that the Guardian's getting absolutely fucking demolished.
Oh yeah, it's torn apart by the 24 seconds or so that he had finished.
What Guardian?
There's pieces of it all over the place.
Was my axe down there?
Yeah, you find it. It's right nearby. You can help use
I
it
just
out.
keep smashing axe.
Roll a d100.
Alright, you got it.
Yeah. So on that one, I was giving you a very bad chance. You had a 25% chance. You didn't roll on the 75 or 76 to 100. So your axe snaps in half at the haft, like because it's immune to the damage that you're dealing with the axe. It's like, yeah, it just breaks
That's
the
good.
shit out of that
Yeah,
axe.
now it's a hand axe.
No, the blade is blunted. It is a hot mess. But yeah.
Oh, alright, fair enough. It was
It's just
non-magical
like
anyway.
Relentless, like clang, 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 clang.
But if you
Someone's
find
probably gonna have to stop me.
you actually end your rage and you kind of come back to sentience. The head of the shield guardian's over there. Pieces of it are ripped apart from your claws. If you head back upstairs, you would see that there's now a weird blue portal. If you played Diablo, which I'm pretty sure everyone here has, it's very similar to a town portal look, but inside of the framework of the fireplace.
We still have a wizard to kill. Let's go.
Wait, which wizard? The other one? The one that?
Her master.
Oh, is that
This was
who
the-
we're going after?
This was the apprentice. We have to kill the master. There's always two.
The rule of two.
It's not. That wasn't intended, but I guess that's the thing. Okay, if you step through the portal, if everyone stepped through the portal,
I mean, if that's where everybody else is going, these are like, I don't know. I don't have a friend in the world except for the people who are here with me. So if that's where they're going, I'm going with them.
okay.
And that was the reason Minros pocketed whatever.
Oh, that
coin
whole
he
map is
found, because
visible.
he-
Not anymore.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
Oh no! 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 Oh, there's a lot of bad stuff in there.
Oh
Actually,
man!
hey guys, I got an idea. How about before we go through the fire, we take?
Don't you dare look at the Twitch stream, Andy. I see your face. Oh my god. I hope it doesn't.
I'm just chatting with Elizabeth.
Okay. Don't you dare let the screen. No.
What do you guys think?
Let's try that again. This time not being a failure.
Oh, I guess okay. We're doing this.
You appear inside of a 15-foot by 15-foot room with a small little alcove that hosts a steel door. On the left side of the little alcove and the right side of the little alcove, there are statues. The door is ajar. Across the hall, or outside of the door, there appears to be a hall, and across the hall from that, there appears to be a wooden door, double door, shut and apparently locked.
Do these statues have glowing eyes?
They do not.
They seem like normal statues by all intents and purposes.
There doesn't appear to be any method for it to have any kind of mobility. It doesn't have sectioning or anything. There doesn't appear to be any glowing to it, but the mouths are open on these angelic-looking figures, and they are kind of agape, wide enough to kind of fit your fist into. Or
There's a cavity inside the statue?
yeah.
Okay, that I cannot see the end of.
It looks like it goes into the back of the throat of the angel and then descends down into the core of the statue.
Okay. I think the time for a rest has passed. So,
Oh, were you guys trying to take a rest?
it was briefly
I would
said right
suggest
before.
I was suggesting we take a short rest before we go through the portal.
Okay. So, make an Arcana check, Tully.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
13.
You don't know how long that portal is going to remain open.
Oof, I would say that.
That's fine.
Stay
I was just
behind.
hoping to heal myself up some more without, being more of a drain on other people's resources.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know if how many potions we had to begin with. I never used any, but you can have mine because I'm not going to use them.
2, I think.
So, Minras, my potions. How many did we start with earlier?
2.
2. So you have two more potions.
I'm just gonna drink them now.
Go for it.
Smash them together and drink them.
Double
fisting.
fisting.
Kyle?
Hell yeah. All right.
All right. I don't know what I just did, but somehow I just
If you enter into the hall,
erased.
if you'll enter into the hall, you'll see that the pass kind of leads off to the right and goes into a fork. This fork is a 15-foot wide hallway instead. The ceiling in the room that you were in is about 20 feet high. The ceiling in the hallway is only about 10 feet high. And the same is true for the larger hall, but there appears to be kind of an alcoved, kind of domedness to it. And there appear to be paintings along the ceiling of dragons in flight, and they all seem to be heading north and angling around the corner there to the right. Like they're leaving this door to the south. But yeah, there's a door directly in front of you. That one appears locked. There's a door just around the corner of Corfax, and there's a door also there. And there appears to be more of a passageway here. In the corner there's a brazier. The brazier has nothing in it. It's completely clean and empty.
These are all just wooden doors.
They are wooden doors, correct?
Minros is gonna start sneaking and being on the lookout for traps.
One more note about the doors. The double doors that you see have a large tree motif on them. It's like a massive tree that kind of is split down the middle by the door. So half the tree is
These
on one
ones?
side. Yep.
Okay.
Would that be like a symbol for like the elven capital or whatever? Didn't she say something about a giant tree?
You can make either a you can make a religion, history, or arcana check. Your choice, and depending on
Wow,
what you choose,
don't worry, I'm getting all the same modifier on all of them.
pick one. All right.
Number 2, it's tree.
You're pretty sure there is a goddess of the Elvish pantheon that is represented by a tree, and you're pretty sure like she's the mother of nature. You just can't remember her name.
Can I also make one of those rolls?
Pick, yeah, whichever one.
So, what do you say? It was history, religion, and arcana?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm not trained in any of those.
Sounds like a problem for your group, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna bother.
Okay. Well,
Minros does not care for such things. He's sneaking and looking for traps.
okay, there are none. There's the door to the north. It is locked. Around the corner, there's a door to the north, which is also apparently locked. The door to the south is also apparently locked.
So I guess we can follow the dragons in flight.
Are the same symbols on all the doors,
Yes.
or just that one? Okay, just checking.
All the doors you've seen, the door that's behind that you're kind of opening out of, it's just a solid steel door, and it is also
Right.
reinforced with more steel. It's just a lot of steel. It's a very thick door too, as you can see. It's a good 2.5 feet thick. But yeah, you come out into the larger hallway, and you said you're following the dragon way. So yeah, you head up around the way, and you would see that the pass leads to, the dragon's kind of leading to this point, and kind of going right around the corner. So if you kind of pop up and then kind of look that way, it looks like there's another door alcove this way. Oh, what happened to my music?
So it's still playing for me.
What is this I see in the corner?
That's a brazier. It doesn't seem to be used, and it looks like it is completely empty and perfectly clean. Some spider webs, but nothing too weird. And the spider webs aren't like crazy big spider webs. They're just good old-fashioned regular spiders.
It looks unused.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Which way do the dragons, do they
Right.
start? They go down or they go up?
They go down, so right to what you'd be looking at. And around the corner you'd see a steel door. The steel door does not appear to be locked, does not appear to have any mechanism for unlocking it. It appears that you just push it open. And as you kind of approach it, you can kind of feel and hear a humming coming from the door. Like like an ambient kind of humming.
From this door or from this door?
The metal door to the south, yeah.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is open the door, like even just a crack, just enough that I want to slip my shadow through, and then want to essentially go avatar mode and control it remotely. Trying to be as invisible as possible. Unless there's like a lot of light in the room.
When you kind of open it out, you see that the place is entirely lit with 4 different colors of light, or 3 different colors of light. Looks like there's a red light glowing from a crystal in the corner that you can see immediately. If you pop the shadow kind of behind that, it would note that there's a blue crystal on the opposite wall to the east of that, a white crystal to the south of that, kind of glowing with a fluorescent colored white light, and there appears to be a black crystal that seems to be consuming the light around it and creating a dark space near it. Across the room, you see there is a dais. Dais has 4 small kind of clefts into it that are kind of raised up and then drop down. And even from this distance, you can tell that they appear to be filled with some sort of red liquid, basically the same coloration and consistency as blood. Up on the high tier of the dais, there is a coffin, and on the wall emblazoned behind the coffin is a massive tree symbol. It seems one of the roots kind of points down at the coffin's tier. There are doors in this room. There appears to be a door to the southwest, a door to the east, and you presume, again, your shadow being out, there's a door on the northern wall, basically next to the door you're coming out of. That said, the human that you see standing on the dais, looking at him again and taking a second take, you actually realize he does appear to be elvish, but it looks like his ears have been cut off, and there are scars on the back ends of the ears. He has pale white hair and very pale skin for an elf. You first think Shatterkai, but I'd like you to make a history check to see if you might be able to identify the type of elf he might be.
Oh wow, my critical history check.
Yeah, too bad you didn't roll that intelligence on the maze check, eh?
I know, right?
So, looking at this fellow, you do see similarities with the Shatterkai, but you know that the Shatterkai were not originally the Shatterkai, or the elves of the Plane of Shadow. They were a sect of elves that segmented away from that. Before they segmented away, they were known as Dusk Elves, and the Dusk Elves that remained did not choose to serve the Shadow, did not choose to become one with the Plane of Shadow, and wished to remain on the material plane, disconnected from all of the extant planes, moved towards the east, or towards the west. You do not know where they left to. But, based on what you remember hearing Alfred say, this place appears to be to the west, so it's not unlikely that he is one of your ancestors, even though this is the future.
One of my descendants.
Yeah, one of...
Wait, is he my son? Plot twist. No.
Fair. But yeah, he seems to be...
Does it look like he notices my shadow, or is he like doing is he preoccupied?
He doesn't seem to be preoccupied. He seems to be just kind of standing there. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. There is a massive statue of a dragon in the center of the room. Super important. It appears to be a red dragon based on its featuring, and everything you can tell, iconography and the like, appears to be the queen of the red dragons, and also the master of the Serpent's army, Ashmedea.
Crystals, coffin, statue. Looks like we got ourselves an old-fashioned resurrection ritual, boys.
He doesn't appear to be doing anything, though. He's just kind of standing around.
And kind of pop back in, leave my shadow hiding in the corner, since I don't think he's noticed it yet. and then pop back into my own body. And I just want to kind of, like, with the group, say, don't think he's noticed my avatar yet. I might be able to go for an assassin, like, might be able to assassinate him, at least put him, like, into critical condition. But I don't want to do anything rash without you guys knowing.
While Corfax was doing his sneaky shadow stuff, Minros would have been over here sort of listening at this door and checking to see if it's locked.
I'm going to give Corfax a bardic inspiration.
Door to the south, door to the north, other door, or the door where the strange mutilated elf is standing.
Minros is listening, trying to listen through the door to the north.
It sounds like there's kind of a you hear metal tools kind of clanking on a table.
So with can't, is there like a hand sign that's like silent?
I mean, you can talk in any way you want. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that being the case.
Okay, well, either way, he's basically going to communicate to the rest of them that he hears somebody on the other side of this door.
So do we want to check the other rooms before we go into this big ritual room? Or do we want to just start the Royal Rumble right now?
I think we rumble.
That's pretty much how it's going to be, right?
We
Like,
don't want to
once
get... This is the chance for surprise if there's any, you know?
Right. I think we can very easily surprise and kill the guy on the inside, like the guy in this room. I think we should start by doing that. We should just take him out so we can at least check this room out in some sort of peace.
All right. That's the case. Then I will attempt to do so.
Okay.
With I'll go back. I'll use my shadow as an avatar, and then sneak, essentially sneaky shadow slide along the walls and try to get right beside him without him knowing I exist. Essentially.
Make a perception
And
check.
while he does that, Minros is basically going to be like waiting just outside the door, like ready to bust in.
Same for Vo.
Okay, everyone's in position. But yeah, with a perception check, as you kind of move past the red stone, you kind of look into it and kind of look around it. But as you look into it, you kind of stop for a second. And you can see, clear as day, inside of the gemstone, a red dragon up high on a rusty cliff, looking down over what appear to be a dozen or maybe 100, close to 100 people, who appear to have implements such as hammers and tools, and they have wagons, and they appear to be laying out this weird, very strange road, which appears to be long iron rails that are being set down upon wooden planks. And as the dragon looks down over them and bellows out, you can see hundreds of red dragon spawn rush down the cliffs. Some of them straight down the cliffs. Some of them jumping straight down and landing without problems. And they rush towards these people, and then the vision disappears. Do you continue towards the white stone?
Yeah. Oh man, is that like something that's happened, something that's happening, or something that's gonna happen? Who knows?
As you move to the white stone, you know to look at the stones and are still trying to maintain your focus on the matter at hand, of course. But as you look into the white stone, you see what appears to be a town, and you're kind of looking at it from an awkward angle. There appears to be a combat happening in the town square between a dragon and an intrepid group of individuals. One appears to be some sort of construct or artifice. There is a turtle, which you've seen in the past. An elf in hooded band, kind of looking afraid and hiding behind a way and keeping to himself. You see a young half-orc paladin or knight of some sort, and you also see a very aged halfling carrying a staff with a hand atop of it. And in the end, they slay the dragon, and it falls to the ground. And then there's a tense moment where a new party enters into the scene carrying a hammer. He sets it down on the ground as he approaches, and just as he's about to speak, the vision fades.
Love it. Fan
Geez, and
service.
now I'm curious about the other two.
Fuck assassinate this guy, stone time.
Oh, this is cool.
It's a Sunday game, Steve.
But what could the other two be? They're all the games.
Yeah, sorry. One thing I forgot to
alright.
mention about the dragon. The dragon was wearing bracers. The white dragon there. The red dragon was wearing an amulet. But yeah, he's definitely within range for you
alright,
to kind of get into striking distance if you want to go ahead and rush him with your shadow.
If he doesn't know I'm here, then
Doesn't appear to.
my assassinate perk from being a rogue will make my shadow do automatic crits.
Yep.
I'll do my 2 attacks. Let's see what happens. Those will both be critical strikes.
His AC is a 12. So those are all crits. So go ahead and just, if you can, throw me 2 more damage rolls. Actually, throw me 2 more. Yeah, and then throw me 2 more, or 1 more sneak attack. And then add up all of that and tell me how much it is.
All right.
Yeah, there's 2 rogues in this party, Elizabeth. It's, well, one's half rogue, half Echo Knight, so fun stuff.
$54 damage.
Nice. First strike hits him, and you see his eyes kind of widen, and then the next strike kind of catches him into the gut, and he kind of falls to the ground. Ah! Shadow! And looks at it, and he says, I didn't think Alfred would be so quick. And he kind of stands up to face the shadow. Initiative time. Now, if I recall...
Could
If I recall...
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Hold on. I was going to say, if I recall, you said that you were preparing to rush in, so I'm going to allow for a surprise round for everyone besides Steve. And we will start the initiative circuit on Steve. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yep.
Now, Andy,
I was
your question.
just gonna say that Corfax had Bardic Inspiration if you want to use it on that second attack. That
They both hit.
They all hit.
Yeah, that all
Everything hit, yeah.
And it crit. He only had a
Okay,
12
okay.
AC.
Never mind.
Oh, oops. I
I'm
selected
glad I got to use that feature one more time.
the right token. Here we go. All right. Okay, so Corfax is the highest on the initiative docket. 15 is going to be a surprised Archmage. His turn is literally turning to face the shadow in anger. Vori, you are up. You can go ahead and take your turn. The door is closed.
So, I'm sorry. I'm on there with an 18, but I rolled a 20.
Oh, sorry. Then Minros, you would be up next, not Vori.
Fine.
So, is this the surprise round?
Yes.
Okay, so basically as like we kick the door in, Minros would step in with let me see if I got I've got a full turn, right? An action, bonus action, and movement.
It's a regular turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Minros moves up here with a short bow in hand.
Okay.
Bonus action. Move my hunter's mark to this guy, and then use my action to shoot him with my bow.
Take it. $22 will hit because he is surprised.
Nice. It's 21 plus 8 plus another d6.
29 plus 6. Go. I said it and I made it manifest. So 35.
Right.
Yeah, he's fucked up. So the Archmage takes his turn, which he is surprised during, so his initiative is skipped. Voriv, you're up.
Okay, my full movement is 60 feet, so I will move right next to him.
And I'm not even going to get to play the combat music.
That's okay with me.
Go ahead, Voriv.
And you said he's looking pretty bad already, right?
Yeah.
So I don't even think I'm gonna rage.
You bonus action to dash, didn't you?
No, that my full movement is 60 feet. That
That's
was
right.
55 feet.
That's right, you are super run man.
Yes, I am a crazy monk barbarian.
First attack?
So, go ahead.
First attack. Go ahead. First attack.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna punch him away. Monk.
Yeah, hit. It's actually a crit, so that's 9 and 5. Okay, don't need to roll anymore. Just stop rolling. Please stop rolling. You slash, or are you punching him?
Yeah, I'm just punching because I haven't
Okay.
raged, so I'm staying normal.
You slam him in the jaw, and then you slam him directly in the mouth, and his eyes kind of widen out, and you can see blood just kind of pooling out and his teeth kind of falling out. As he starts to kind of reel, and it looks like he's losing consciousness, everyone in the room at current, no one outside, you start hearing women screaming in agony and pain. Just horrid, terrified fear. And you don't know where it's coming from, but it seems to be emanating from this strange dusk elf. As he backs away and starts to fall, he kind of catches himself on the ground at one of those strange blood pits. And he looks at the blood and spits into it, and he says, "I guess the last of it is me, then. You've done what you... You've done what you wanted, Alfred, but you will not stop it." And he runs his wrist across the length of the pit, and then falls inert, his face kind of splashing in the blood. And yeah, I guess I can stop with the ominous music too, because... yeah. But yeah, he lays dead.
Hey, we did it. Let's go home.
I just
There's
cracked
nothing
my
else to see here.
knuckles.
So, I'm going to state this for effect mainly, but as that happens, you feel yourselves kind of being pulled somewhere. It's not sudden, so you do have some time, but it feels like there's a tugging force. Something is pulling you away from this reality. So, immediately after that kill, I'm going to give you guys about 5 cycles of things you can do. Andy, you first. What would you like to check out in your last couple of moments here in this future prime material?
I mean, I'd want to step into this room and see what all's happening.
He's dead already.
He's dead already. How about this door then?
To the north?
Yeah.
Okay. It's unlocked. You open it. Inside it appears to be a worked cavern structure. Inside you see a massive skeletal... it is skeletal, but it appears to have muscle and sinew. But the muscle and sinew doesn't appear to be right. It has a black hood kind of adorning its shoulders and kind of pulled up over its head. You can see that its bony features kind of have muscle and sinew kind of pulling back from it, and it says, "Is it time?" As you enter in. Oh, that door. Oops, I thought you went inside to the door. Okay. There was another door inside. Wrong door. That door. Hilarious. You open that door, and inside you see a ghost, and he goes, "Oh!" And he is holding tools. Wrong one. He's holding...
Security ghost? Okay.
He's holding tools, and he says, "Oh!" And you can see that inside of the room to his left, there's a massive cauldron filled with blood. You can also hear the sound of buzzing flies.
Okay. Do I see anything else past the room, or there's another door on the way out?
There's the other door that probably connects to it. You know that this room seems to connect with the other door to the south. If you want to walk in and look around, you can.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Inside the room, in south of the blood cauldron, you see a cage, 15 by 15, with iron bars, all lattice worked and reinforced. Inside there is a being that stands kind of in the middle of it. It's surrounded by flies. It appears to be pestilent, covered with boils and baubles and just disgustingly weeping, just pustules. It looks up at you, and it says, "Is it time?"
Yes, it's time.
"Curator, unlock me." "But," the ghost says, kind of looking at the cage, "but there's so much blood to be had." "Oh, fine." Hands you a key.
He hands me the key.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What
All
is
right.
this thing?
Do you unlock the thing in the cage, or do you not?
No, not yet. I want to
Okay, we'll skip from you for a second.
Okay.
Again, I told you what he looks like. He looks hideous.
see. Yeah.
You can.
It's hideous.
You have the key. You can free him or not. Steve, you're standing over the corpse of this elf.
Yeah, I'll
person.
swap places with my shadow just to
Sure.
look at my kin here.
Yeah.
Um,
Based on the fact that you seem to be being drawn away, this must be Candlewall.
Since he's dead now, does he have any identifying like markings or sigils or anything that can identify like what his elven house or family name might be?
Do you search him for that?
Yeah, like I'm looking for anything identifying because
Yeah.
my galaxy brain is saying if I know what house he's from now, maybe I snuff them out in the past and this never comes to pass. But that's not how time works. But I don't know that because I'm dumb.
He has a journal on him. On the outside of the journal, it appears to be a very ancient document, this book. But on the outside of the journal, you can just make out a name. It looks like there's, kind of markings, but there's just a little bit left of a name in the common tongue. And the name says Gulthias.
Gulthias. I'll remember this
let's wipe
name.
that. Let's wipe that.
You
family.
you don't need to remember the name. You actually know the name. Gulthias is one of the lieutenants of Ashmedea.
Yep. We're gonna kill him.
I'll make sure this never comes to pass, brother. Maybe you'll have a different life.
Okay. Chad, Minros, you are standing next to a massive statue of Ashmedea. There are 2 other stones in the room, a blue one and a black one. And, correct, he does like blondes with ass. That is accurate.
Did Corfax say anything about his visions?
No.
Okay, then
There's
Minros is going to.
There's 2 doors, by the way. Or 3 doors that haven't been discovered. There's one I already shit the bed on, so if you want to go just check that one out. Or you can go check a different out, since you already know what's in there.
No, Minros doesn't care about any of that. Like he's already getting the impression that like their mission here is done and they're probably heading back to their own time.
So he's not doing anything?
It looks like Corfax is going through the guys. No, what I was going to do was I was going to go over there and I was going to drag the guy out of the pool of blood, flip him over, and go, toss the body, go over his pockets, see if he has anything interesting.
Nothing of note, and it looks like that was already being done by Corfax, who pulled the journal off of him. All right, and Vori?
We didn't loot this guy at all, right?
Everyone has looted this guy.
Oh, okay. I missed that. So
Were you doing
I'm gonna check. I'm sorry.
No, go.
I'm gonna check the room that you mentioned earlier.
Strange bone creature looks out the door at you, eyes kind of glowing red, and says, "Is it time?"
I'll be like, you are no longer needed.
I will move on to the plane of shadow. He says, and then he sweeps his hand, and it's a massive clawed hand. And as he does so, he kind of moves his hand over his frame, and you watch his frame disappear behind his massive hand until nothing remains but his hand. When he closes his hand, it disappears.
It's for the best.
There is a door in that room to the right side.
Well done.
I guess I'm gonna check the door.
Okay. You walk on over to the door and open it. Inside, where are you at? There you are. You open it, and inside there appears to be a small church.
Nobody in there?
There is a person inside.
Okay. Do they see me?
She does. She seems to be in the middle of prayers, but when you see her, she is a young maiden with blonde hair. She's wearing blue kind of cleric's attire, some armor underneath. As she sees you, she stands up and she reaches out onto the altar. You see her pick up a strange symbol that has a raven upon it, and she holds it up in kind of a defensive posture. And she looks at you and she says, "You are not a servant of Rathui. Who are you?"
Yet to be determined. What is it you do here?
You are fading. What are you?
One whose time is short. So
Grant me
give me reason not to slay you.
You wouldn't be able to. Atavius protects me. The sun, the morning lord, the ever-burning flame. He is my light that ignites my torch, and you are nothing more than a shadow. And as she says that, she kind of raises her, or throws her fist to the side and holds the amulet out in front of her. Begone! Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Alrighty. Wisdom saving throw.
Wow, that's really good.
And I say no.
You feel your form pressured, and you can feel like your time here has been limited. And she looks at you and she says, "Strange, you are not a servant of Shadow." And
I am not many things.
My name is Elenia de Alcir. Your name, sir.
Vo.
As I said, I am a servant of the Morning Lord. You are not a servant of the Serpent. You are not a servant of the Fang. Nor are you a servant of the one who binds me here. Are you freeing me? She says.
Well, as it may be, I am in fact a breaker of chains.
She says.
So, yes.
Great. And she stands up and she reaches out and grabs a couple more articles off of the altar and grins. Cutting back from away from you to Tully. Key in hand.
Yeah, Tully's gonna throw a healing word on the creature in the cage, but not let it out yet.
Doesn't affect it.
Doesn't affect it.
It doesn't seem to be wounded. It just seems to be really nasty. Like a literal walking plague.
Yeah, I mean, that can't be good, right?
It's a great unclean guy.
What is your purpose?
To spread.
To spread what?
Myself.
Your time is ended. Be gone.
I will return to the plane of shadow. And as he says that, all of the flies about him kind of swarm inwards until he's nothing more than just a silhouette of darkness, moving, just beating darkness, and then it just all kind of crushes in on itself. You can hear the sounds of like flies being squished until nothing remains besides a bunch of flies that drop to the ground, dead.
Ew.
All right, Minras. No, sorry, Corvax.
I guess this is the last door we haven't really looked inside, right?
There's two doors. There's one over on the left side. It's not showing up really well on the thing, but there is a door over here.
Let's see.
You want that one?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. You open the door. Inside there appears to be a crypt, a bit of a mausoleum within. There are 4 coffins on the wall on the south side, 2 on the top right, and 2 on the back wall beyond you.
Do I recognize any of like the burial rites, or what kind of like tomb this might be? What kind of people?
You presume it's the human nations that they were talking about before. It's foreign to you.
Okay. Human stuff, not my concern.
Do you check any of the coffins? They appear to be very easy to open.
Sorry. These look like headstones.
Oh no, sorry. They are coffins.
Yeah.
They look like they're very easy to open.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look inside.
Okay. Are you checking the ones on the
let's
south?
see. Are they all identical?
They all appear to be identical.
Or does some look more like nice?
There's like 4 on the south wall, and then there's a total of 4 on the other corners.
Okay, but none are more ornate than the others. They're all exactly the same.
Correct. It's just positioning is the only difference. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm going to allow you to choose 4 if you want to open them. Any 4 of your choice.
Sure. Let's just do the ones over here in like this L shape. That seems fun.
You open the first one, and in the top right, it appears to be a soldier of some sort, skeletal. And he appears to have, the regalia of a honored noble soldier. And based on his sword placement and his shield placement, your presumption is that the one to his left, if it's not a soldier, it's whoever he was defending in life. Do you still want to open that one to his side or no?
Yeah, if it's his lord, might as well take a look, see if he's got any like
Okay.
things that show his house or something.
Opening this one, you will see that it appears to be a woman's body, a corpse. There is no head or skull present for this one. And immediately kind of seeing this, you would note that she appears to be in bridal attire.
Oh, she's gonna get married, but she lost her head. It's
Yep.
unfortunate.
You would be able to guess that the two next to it will be similar, and that the other one will, based on just positioning and normal traditions, if it's anything, it'll be the bridegroom and his guardian. Do you still want to open those two, or do you want to do a different one?
We can do a different one if I'm making those
Yeah.
assumptions.
Do you want to pick that one there?
Sure, why not?
You open it up, and inside there is the corpse of what appears to be a bipedal bear. There is a very, very ornate-looking axe standing kind of in the corner of the coffin next to him. It appears to have elvish marking on the side of it. It says that the name of the axe is Tree Bar.
Wait, this is you say like a werebear?
No, like a bear folk.
Bear, like a bear man.
Like
I
a
didn't know
bear
that.
person.
That's awesome. I want, yeah,
We're
sure.
a lot further in the future than I thought.
Do you check?
I was gonna. So there's probably it might be, maybe this is one of Vo's descendants.
Do you check?
Okay.
Do you check? It may very well be. Do you check one of the other coffins here? And which one do you check?
I'll do this one.
You open it up, and
Right,
inside
this
there
one.
is a perfectly kept doll, a humanoid female doll figure. It appears that she is wearing a maid's gown, and seems to be very well kept, but lifeless.
It's just a doll.
Yep, but no, not doll sized, human sized.
Like a human-sized doll.
Yes, ball joints
Like-
and everything.
Like kind of like like the doll from Bloodborne kind of doll.
Yeah, that's actually kind of close.
Oh god, that's creepy. I close it. Ugh.
Yeah, the based on the state of decay, the presumption here is that they've been dead a very long time. Well, at least the party that you saw, the bear folk and the other two, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years,
Like as far back as our time.
possibly war time, yeah, or soon
Wow.
thereafter.
We might as well do the last two then.
Okay, well, not letting you. Moving to Minrus.
What is the like motif on this sarcophagus here?
There appears to be a very ornate angel crafted on it, and the angel appears to be wearing a crown. The crown appears to be made out of tree branches.
Do I recognize any of it?
You can make a history
Like, is
check.
this place Elven?
You can make a history check, and no, hell no, it is very human. Oh,
crazy roll.
sorry, real quick. Ooh, I totally forgot something. Corfax was the one who checked it. Corfax, you do me a favor. Make a religion check. You have advantage on the roll. So sorry. I specially put this note here, and I'm done.
I'm gonna bust out a crowbar and open this sarcophagus.
Okay. Corfax, give me that religion check.
Oh sure.
You have advantage, as I said.
No in.
There's something familiar about these corpses. Like they're not from here. Like they're not material corpses. But you don't know what it means. Wish you'd rolled better. Okay, you take a sarcophagus to the lid. Alright, let's make sure. I'll get back to you in a second, Chad. Smokey, last bit. She says, well, great. And she starts to head towards the door. Do you stop her or anything?
I guess I'm gonna try and talk her up. I want to get to know who she is, but I'm also doing it while I want to break these Ashmodea statues. I just want to like smash the head
Okay.
off of all of them.
So the two of you walk in. Tully sees you as she returns with this strange lady. You move over to the statue and you start to hit it, and you can see that Minras has got a crowbar in the sarcophagus lid. This new woman you don't know her, But Minros, you get the lid and you feel like you're getting some leverage on it, and then Elenia goes, "Oh no," and then she sees something that seems to disturb her. She's kind of looking in Minros's direction. With the last couple of seconds, as you start to fade away, the coffin lid explodes off of the coffin, and up from it rises a beautiful, noble, human gentleman with a crown made out of tree branches and red cloak and blue robes underneath. And he looks over to Elenia and he says, "My bride." And that is where we will end the War of Sword and Serpent. Thank you for watching, and we will pick up with another story that we'll be doing for the Patreon game. There were definitely quite a few splashes of my other campaigns in there. Unfortunately, they didn't go into the one room that would have been important for the game that they're actually influencing right now, but that's fine. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth it. And yes, your characters will live infamously in canon, and specifically Elvish canon. Any questions for me before I kill the stream?
No, it was great.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. That was like a fun ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Really
So
liked it.
That was very fun.
the plan for
So
the
did we,
go ahead.
did we disappear?
Yeah.
Like basically as soon as everything popped off, we just vanished?
Well, you were disappearing over the course of you traveling around, and basically, as you were kind of engaging in that process after searching the body, you felt yourself snap back, and you basically witnessed that last moment of the strange vampire-like creature staring down the blonde woman.
I feel bad for her.
Yeah, we just like rescued her and then like caused this huge situation and just vanished.
As well, you should. And it's definitely funny. So you've actually influenced 3 games with one session, and I'll explain once we get off the stream. But yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you watch the other streams to see the repercussions. If not, the next Patreon game will be kind of its own Splinter Cell story that will not directly influence everyone else, but the other games will influence that game. You'll see, it'll make sense. That will be a long-running game, and yeah, anybody who's a patron can join, so long as we don't have more than 6. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.